this is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood.
You are my BRF.
What's happening, Eric?
There for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Oh!
I just, how did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendation scale.
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God.
It's like I see off for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, you stay out of this, Arnie. And I thought,
But I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not very true. Okay. And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot. I don't need to tinkle.
1, 2, 3, 4. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 159 of the On the Runs podcast. We are just about a week or so away from the Boston Marathon. It's taper time, everyone. I hope you're getting ready and not getting too crazy inside. We have some amazing Boston runners that you're going to hear from today. We're all fundraising for some great causes, and I can't wait for you all to hear them. But before we do that, I have to say hello to my kick-ass rock star of a co-host, 6-star Erica. What's up?
What's good, buddy? Oh, I'm so excited that we are in the swing of things with Boston Weeks. This one is going to be just as awesome, and I'm so happy that we're still kicking it off. This is so much fun.
We just had the other day, Tuesday, Michael Scott, the real Michael Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, Alyssa. And you also heard the first batch of all the Boston Marathon runners.
Yes.
And we're not done with them either. You're going to have a couple, a bonus 1 or 2 next week as well. But these guys are awesome. Guys and girls, they blew us away. I can't pick favorites, but this one guy came up with one for his brother. Freaking amazing. Oh. Insane. So
touching.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked to over 20 people so far. I think the count's up to 22, and we have more coming on for post race recaps. Your coach already said yes to it, so we need to find 1 or 2 more. The recap's going to have someone on. They actually stole one of ours that we were going to have. I don't know if you recognize that, but they took someone who already said they'll come on ours, and they went and grabbed.
Who was it? Is it a secret or?
Well, we're not going to tell them. But
all right, you can tell me later.
Yeah, no. Well, you're in the group chat. Come on. Do you read the group chat? Do you take notes? Do you read the notes?
Take notes? No, because that sounds like homework.
What do you do? I don't know what you do.
I laugh at memes. That's what I do. That's what
I'm good at.
You
You know why I don't like you? Because when you fly, you're dangerous.
And that's
a kudos. That's a kudos to Iceman. Rest in peace, Iceman. He was one of the best. One of the best. Mm-hmm. We'll do a salute or whatever. You don't like Top Gun, but Top Gun's freaking awesome. And Iceman.
I like Maverick.
Iceman's cool too.
No, I liked Top Gun.
Oh, you like
Maverick.
The movie Maverick?
Yes. The other one was too 80s and cheesy. And I don't know. I'm in the minority again there.
Top Gun's the best. So many quotes. Could we do an over/under on Top Gun quotes? I can say now, just like last week.
I don't think you could beat the Michael Scott quotes, the Office quotes. That's a high bar to raise.
Yeah, you just don't know them. You don't know the Top Gun quotes, so they'll all go right over your head.
They will. They absolutely will.
We don't need to bore people with this, though. But rest in peace, Iceman. Val Kilmer. Rest in peace, buddy.
Yes.
That was actually, back to him real quick. Do you even really know who he was?
Of course I know who Val Kilmer is. He was Batman, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I know who he is, but I'm trying to think of the right stuff. Let's get into these awesome fundraisers.
Sounds good to me. It
was so awesome to get to know some more people who are raising money for amazing causes and hearing their stories and their whys. Just like we learned about Alyssa's why, we get to hear about why they are running the Boston Marathon.
I absolutely agree. I love doing this. This is so cool. A lot of work, but we love it. It's a passion project. You're going to meet some
Eric.
Really cool people right now. Seriously, this was awesome. It was such a pleasure doing. And I think we actually had fun because we recorded with all these people on the same night, back to back, one after the other.
Yes.
So enjoy these fun little Boston Fundraiser mini episode series we did. It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. And I know you guys are going to enjoy it too.
Yes.
Our next guest on the pod is coming to us from the pride of Somerville, Massachusetts. She's running for Stride, and we're wicked excited to have Rayna Burke on the On the Runs podcast. What's up, Rayna? How are you?
Hey, hi, Eric. Hi, Erica. Great. I'm so excited. I've never done a podcast before. So,
Oh,
We're so happy
popping
we
her
could be your
cherry.
I also have to say we haven't had anybody who has an equally wonderful background as we
Oh,
both have. We both have
thank
like the
you.
nice sparkly string lights in the background. So
Yes, it
yay,
gets
I'm
me
not
through
alone.
depressing winters.
Oh, well, hey,
right?
it's really nice right now, isn't it? Like we've had a
Oh,
string of beautiful
so
weather,
beautiful.
windows down when driving.
Oh, I can like smell spring in the air. It's sun setting at 6:45 today. I'm so happy.
Chef's kiss.
It's great. Erica's thrilled about this. I'm like, I want one more massive snowstorm to just, I'm a big skier.
Nah.
I like skiing.
I told him
But
he
hey-
can keep it up north.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's not snow in Boston right now. You're in Somerville. Tell us a little bit about yourself. This is the first time we met, and I'm so excited. You reached out in the DMs, and this is great. Tell us about you, Rayna.
Yes. So funny, my friend Lauren, who I met through East Boston Run Club, shout out to Lauren. She recommended I kind of share my story on the runs. And yeah, I've been running for the past, I'll say, 5.5, 6 years. I got in right before the pandemic, before it blew up. So I consider myself before the wave. But yeah, I've been into distance running the past, I'd say 3-4 years. I did actually in the beginning really have like this imposter syndrome when it came to running because I didn't grow up athletic. I ultimately just wanted to get into something that was easy and I couldn't make excuses to avoid and try to improve my own fitness and health. And that I just got addicted to it like many runners. So yeah, I'm really excited to be running Boston in, like 6 weeks, which is insane.
It's awesome.
It is really counting down.
Yes.
So you mentioned that you like doing the distances. Is this going to be your first marathon or have you done marathons in the past?
Yeah, well, I have done marathons in the past. This will be my 5th marathon. I actually just completed, wait, no, I lost count. It'll be my 6th. I just ran Tokyo last
No
weekend.
way.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm actually still suffering a little bit from jet lag. So I've been a little in the clouds.
So you've already done like all your training for a marathon because you trained up for Tokyo. So this is just like icing on the cake here.
It's the beauty I'm learning of stacking races is that like you've already put your body through it. Now you just coast on whatever you've done. And so I'm kind of, increasing like reverse tapering and then going back into another taper for Boston. So I'm feeling great. Work's
What a
mostly
fun
been done.
process.
Yes. And spring training is like really humbled me. So I'm like, if I can consolidate for some major races, that's really efficient.
Oh, perfect.
I'm not a cold
Absolutely.
person. So it's
Neither
really...
am I. Thank you, spring. I'm so excited the spring weather is coming.
Yes.
So if you're not a cold person, are you originally from here? Are you originally like a Bostonian, a New Englander, or did you come from somewhere else?
Born and raised in New York, so I really have no excuse for not adapting by now, but I really do think it's just in my DNA. I really love the warmth.
Don't feel bad, Rayna. I am the exact same way. I've been born and raised New Hampshire, and every winter I complain. There's just no way around it. So
Well, now
I feel you.
Now, you mentioned born and raised New York. That's my next question is pretty common here when I hear that. Red Sox or Yankees?
Oh, Yankees.
Oh. All right.
I'm like
well,
a
it was nice to have you on
fair-weather
the podcast,
Sox
Rayna.
fan.
It was a blast. I'm just kidding.
I'm a fair weather Red Sox fan.
I feel like most of us are at this
You have to
point.
respect them. Yeah.
Well, when did you come to Boston then? When did you move over this way?
Yeah, so I've been in greater Boston area since I went to law school. Starting 14 years ago, which is insane. And I just, stuck around for career purposes, and I really do love New England. Yeah.
Law school, marathon runner, worldwide marathon runner. We're talking to someone awesome here, Erica. All right. This is great. So tell us a little bit about Stride for Stride. It's my first time hearing about Stride for Stride. You have the hoodie on right now, too.
Yes, I wanted to make sure I represent properly. And what's cool about their logo is that it has the elevation of the Boston Marathon.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. And you can spot
Love it.
this like logo
Love
from
it.
a mile away. Very smart brand design. But yeah, Stride for Stride has been around since 2018. They're an organization that's all about inclusivity, particularly for Black, Indigenous, immigrant populations, and really any individual who wants to get into running but may not have the affordability for running races. Some of these races can be quite expensive relatively to register. If they're like,
Absolutely.
there's travel involved, like the gas money to get there, overnight accommodations, so it's, the idea was that like there are plenty of individuals who socioeconomic wise, like they don't have access to these races, but they would be one hell of a competitor racing, right? So anyone who wants to race, is a great runner, should be able to have access to.
Oh, I love that.
That's wonderful.
Give everybody a fair chance, no matter what their
Yeah.
upbringing is. That's fantastic.
Yeah, 100%. So what Stride for Stride does is they'll buy bibs for anyone who's interested. For the more competitive races, you can apply. They have a really good relationship with the BAA, so they tend to get a good number of bibs for the BAA races, which is wonderful.
That's great. How did you find them?
That's amazing.
Yeah, so my friend Eddie, who I used to run frequently at the Chelsea Running Club because I moved from Chelsea to Somerville. I had seen him represent Stride for Stride merchandise just like this. And he is just like one of the really influential runners in my life. He's always so positive. And he had mentioned like joining Stride for Stride. I believe the first race I'd done with them was like the Harpoon 5-miler. And, I
Very
showed
nice.
up for the race thinking, oh, like give it a shot. And I just like left feeling so uplifted by that group of runners. And I got to meet the founder and his wife that day. And it was just a lovely time. And from then on, that was 2022, I just have been like signing up with them, keeping in touch via the WhatsApp group. And it's just a wonderful organization to be a part of, and as a brown runner myself, like it feels good to be seen and to, relate to other runners.
That was amazing. I'm so
Yeah.
proud that you are stepping out and raising money for this incredible cause. Is this the first time you've
Erica.
actually like been fundraising for them, or is this a first for you?
It's my second time fundraising for them. So I had raised money for the Falmouth Road Race, which is like one of their like really popular races. And that was the race where our founder, Tom O'Keefe, said, I don't see anyone other besides white runners here. What's
wow.
up with that? So, from that race,
Let's work on
it's
the
been like
inclusivity. Let's go.
let's work on it, guys. We can do better than this, right? So it's been like all history from there. But we do a really strong showing at the Falmouth Road Race each year. You'll see a big representation of Stride for Stride there in August.
Excellent.
I'm checking out their website right now. Their logo I love that logo.
Yeah.
They got a great website. It looks like you have a huge team too. I was going to use the word family earlier when you mentioned you've been running with them since like 22. And it sounds like their family. And this photo looks like an amazing family photo
it's
the
truly
finish line of the
family,
Boston
not in the like corporate sense of we are a family. Like it genuinely like when it comes to like holiday parties, showing up for one another, going to events, like if you need anything, like this is a wonderful group of individuals to reach out to. And it's really a global family. Like in the WhatsApp thread, you'll see like the latest kind of race successes from everyone abroad. I just ran Tokyo and I got so many like congratulations and private messages from members. And it really did uplift me.
That's incredible.
That's so cool. Are they
feel
more?
it. I'm getting the feelings, you
Aw,
guys.
thanks.
Are they more just New England based, or are they like national or worldwide, or?
International, definitely. A huge chunk of runners, I would say, come from Boston and other like American metro areas, but yeah, huge representation within Greater Boston.
They look awesome. This is cool. First time I'm hearing of it. I love it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I just hit that follow button too on the Instagram.
That's awesome.
So,
thank you for that.
What are some of the fundraising things you're doing to raise money and awareness for Stride for Stride this year?
Well, funny you asked that. So I'm actually, and I haven't publicized this too much because I just got word of where the ads will be. I'm actually part of Bank of America's campaign.
No way.
So we're gonna see you hanging up like
You're gonna
all
see
over
my
your picture in
face
Boston.
everywhere. Me
Yes.
in
We
Logan, at Fenway.
we know what this is because our friend Maurice was on that. He had that whole thing last year, and he was everywhere in the
Yes.
subways. And you're going to
Oh
get to
yeah.
Oh,
do that.
I'm
I'm gonna
expecting
go
many,
find
many
it
like
and take
selfies.
pictures. I will
Please
do the same thing.
I'm going to get some Stoolie stickers, and I'm going to put some take selfies with Stoolie stickers.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love
Yes.
it.
Oh, that
Yes.
is great. So how did that happen?
Funny enough, I had just gotten a communication via email saying, oh, we noticed you're a charity runner. Like, feel free to submit your story, and we'll reach out to you if we're interested in sharing. And it seems like in no time, it got picked up, and I actually did a photo shoot, and it was like a all hands on deck with like the creative agency.
It's like
Um,
legit, the real
it's
thing.
so legit. Like,
How
it was my
fun.
first time like modeling. It was so cool.
That's
I remember
amazing.
Maurice was telling us when we had him on last year after the Boston Marathon, telling us about it. And he goes, I'm at the photo shoot thinking like, oh man, I hope they pick our photos. I hope we're the final cut. And the photographer goes, you are the shoot. Like, this is what's going everywhere. He goes, seriously? Oh my God.
You are the shoot.
Yeah. Like, this is all about you. This isn't a tryout. This is the real thing, man. Oh my God, Rayna, that is so amazing.
Yes.
What are you doing? Okay, so what are your fundraising goals then outside of that? Do you have
Yes.
to raise X amount of dollars? How's it going? Do you have anything
Yes.
planned coming up that if someone's interested in like an event or something online, like everyone does squares? I know we're after the Super Bowl, but what do you got going on?
So lucky for me, I've actually met my fundraising goal of $9,000.
Congratulations.
Boom.
A lot of begging, some of my own personal donation as well, which is great. The founder, Tom, had mentioned, like, it's awesome that you hit this goal so early because it's going to go into like some of the mental health services they've launched this year, which is so important in this time. So yeah, I was just really happy to meet that goal early. So I want to get the word out to, surpass that.
Yes, absolutely. And it's
Oh
so
my
nice
God.
that when it's a cause that you care deeply about, it's so easy to spread the word and even donate yourself.
100%.
So
100%.
I hope everybody listening will check out Stride for Stride and maybe donate a little bit too.
Yeah, reach out.
And since you've already hit your goal, I want to hear about Tokyo. How did Tokyo go?
Ooh. So Tokyo, first off, I like when I do like a destination race, like I've done Berlin before, I make it a full on experience. So I was there for a total of 2 weeks, and I had done a group tour beforehand that ended exactly on the day where I could run and go get my bib from the expo there. So I did like city hopping, and by the end of it, I had pretty sore legs. So my legs might have been a little shot for the race, but my spirits were super high. So I was able to complete it in roughly 5 hours and 49 minutes. Although my moving time was like under 5.5 hours. So I kind of used that number as my badge. But yeah, it was a hot day. We trained in winter for a cold, rainy day. It was 70 degrees.
It's like last year's Boston.
Exactly. It was
Great
super
for
hot in Boston
spectating,
last
but
year.
not for running.
Yeah, exactly. I was so happy for the spectators. But yeah, I was just so proud to complete it. It really was like more for the experience for me than for racing it,
It's like a victory lap.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually had been returning from like a knee injury. I'd had some like knee inflammation when I'd done a spring marathon, and then that kind of triggered IT ban. So I'd been doing PT. Shout out to the Run RX in Somerville. Thank you, Maggie. So yeah, it felt good to just run and be injury free. Like I didn't have any knee issues whatsoever during the race, which was
and that's
nothing short.
Set you up well for Boston coming up.
Exactly.
In just a few weeks.
It gave me a much needed confidence boost. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So how you feeling then? You're confident, but how you feeling going in a couple weeks away?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a teensy bit sore from the race, but I'm feeling good. I'm gonna get right back into running tomorrow and incorporating my strength classes again. But I'm just this weird combination of like emotional and excited because Boston's home. So there's going to be a ton of people I recognize on the course. I'm just so elated that it's happening. I can't believe it's happening.
It's your first Boston, right?
First Boston, yeah.
Treat it like a victory lap. Enjoy it. Just worry about that moving time, not the total time, like you said. And take a moment at mile 19, right near the John Kelly statue, to stop where On the Runs will be hanging out. And
Got
if you
a
need
couple
anything,
of friends that'll cheer for you.
Yeah, if you need anything, Erica will bring a cooler. What do you want? A soda, a beer, a water? Do you want pickle juice, like a Snickers?
I mean, I would love a sody, so like a seltzer or anything carbonated.
Oh, yeah.
I love Albany's gummy bears.
I know
gummy
exactly
bears.
what you're talking about.
Listen, you
12
better run
flavor.
fast then, because I might eat those before you get there.
They never last long.
All right. I will hook you up, Rayna. You've got some support going up those Newton Hills. So
yes, thank
Rayna,
you.
I've done a couple. I've done a few Ironmans and triathlons, and so I'll do go out on long bike rides, and my bike would have a little pouch right under my head, and I'll just stuff it with gummy bears. Loved it.
They're the best.
you guys are onto something.
They're amazing. Gummy bears. Anything gummy like that. Gummy bears, Twizzlers.
Yes. The little clusters.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, it's all great. It's all great. Oh, I'm so excited. Listen, you're amazing already. You got this huge, beautiful smile. You're excited. You've already hit your goal. So like that stress is gone. This is great.
Just gotta show up.
Yeah, just show up and have fun. Say hi to us at mile 19. This is going to be awesome, Rayna. This is so cool. Thanks so much for reaching out to us. This stride for stride, like I said, first time. I already love it, and I think I'll reach out to you later. We've done things like this in the past. The Boston Bulldogs is one that comes to mind, where we get one person on from that run club, and then we start to get a few more, and we just learn more and more about them. And stride for stride sounds awesome. 20 minutes isn't long enough. Like, wow, we could talk to you for hours. This is great.
Not bad for my first one.
Not bad for your first podcast.
Knocked it out of the park,
guys.
Oh,
we're gonna have to hear more about when I feel like you're well on your 6-star journey, possibly 7-star journey. So once you get more stars, you gotta come back and tell us all about how
honored.
it went.
So you have 3. You have Berlin, Tokyo, and now Boston coming up.
So really just Boston and London now.
She's getting there.
So wait, you've done Chicago, New York.
Chicago,
Berlin,
New York,
and
Berlin,
Tokyo.
and Tokyo. Yeah.
So all you gotta do is, why don't you just fly to London the week after Boston?
That might actually be in the cards.
What?
All right, make me a promise right now.
Getting Rayna to come back.
Make me a promise right now. You come back the week after you're home.
Deal.
All right. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm thrilled that everyone here on our pod fam got to meet Rayna. She is so freaking awesome. Look at that smile, Erica. It's just, her smile has been like that the whole time.
She's making me cheese. Like, I can't have that.
Oh, man, what a way to start off this night, too, by the way. We're talking to 7 of you tonight. What a way to start off. I'm so pumped for you. You already got the goal. You're going for your 6-star soon. This is great. What a great.
Thanks for being so welcoming and for helping me get the word out on Stride for Stride.
Where can everyone find you
pleasure.
and follow you on your journey here?
Ooh, well, I was on a digital fast, but now I'm back on Instagram because I'm addicted. Please follow me at rain.it.allin on Instagram.
It's RAYN.
Mm-hmm.
Rain, RAYN.it.all.lin. I got it. It'll be in the show notes. I just clicked follow. I'm super excited. Guys, I hope you loved that. Rayna Burke on the On the Runs podcast, running for Stride in the Boston Marathon. I can't wait to see you at mile 19, Rayna.
Yes, can't wait to see you guys. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Yay.
Our next guest on the pod is running in the Boston Marathon for Team Dana-Farber and the Skinny Pig Fun. I can't wait to hear all about that. He's coming to us from Michigan, but he is a New Englander. Dan Foley, welcome to the On the Runs podcast. What's up, man?
Hi. Thank you guys for having me. This is the first time I've ever been on a podcast, by the way. So
really, I'm happy that you're joining us and we get to get you into the podcast space. So welcome to On the Runs.
Thank you.
We're popping your podcast cherry tonight. That's what we're doing, Dan.
I was trying to say it nicer than that, but whatever.
No, just go with it. Dan, First question I have to ask: the Skinny Pig Fund. What's the Skinny Pig Fund?
Yeah, so the Skinny Pig Fund. So I'm running for Dana-Farber, but I'm actually directing all of my funds to specific oncologist at Dana-Farber. Dr. McGregor was my brother's oncologist during his cancer battle. So as part of running for Dana-Farber, I had the option of creating this generalized named fund, and I could have named it after my brother, or really I could name it anything. And we named it the Skinny Pig Fund. And the backstory to that is when my brother was battling cancer, he was at the same time he was getting a new pug for the family, and his little daughter really wanted to name the pug Skinny Pig, and they were totally against it. I thought it was cute. I thought it would have been a really great name. So when we created our first Dana-Farber Jimmy Fun Walk team, we named it the Skinny Pig, Team Skinny Pig. And so I just kind of wanted to keep that going in my brother's memory, and just to kind of gives us a smile and a chuckle every time we hear it. And it's just goofy, right? So it's just something nice.
I love it.
Well,
That's
I'm very
awesome.
sorry to hear about your brother, but I think this legacy that you built is amazing.
Yeah, trying.
So tell us about your brother then.
Yeah, so my brother Keith. Sorry.
Hey, let it out, man.
Yeah, I might. So my brother Keith was diagnosed with renal cell cancer in the fall of 2022. And unfortunately, he was diagnosed far too late. It had already spread from his kidney throughout his whole body, and it was stage 4. It's a really, really tough cancer. The prognosis wasn't very good, and so he went through a lot of treatment. He tried a lot of different experimental treatments, and they unfortunately didn't work. We tried to prolong his life as much as possible, and ultimately, he lost the battle. So he passed away in September 21st of this past year.
Oh, wow.
And so it's just about approaching 6 months. And I've always run for different charities and everything. And while my brother was alive, him and I talked about how that's what I put myself into. I put myself into running, into fundraising, and I set up this fund before he passed in August of last year. And I just told him I was going to work with his oncologist, and we were going to keep this going in his memory and make sure that other families wouldn't lose their father or their mother to renal cell cancer. So
wow, that is such an incredible thing you're doing, and it is wonderful for his memory. I got to give Dana-Farber credit for allowing you to delegate where your funds go. I think that's an awesome thing to do, and just wow, Dan.
Yeah, it's really awesome that they have that option. It does come with you have to raise more money than the typical marathon runner, but that's okay.
Oh boy.
But I think I like that. I do because the whole Dana-Farber team raises money for a lot of great causes, right? And I'm specifically directing it to one particular cause. So I completely understand that, and I'm more than happy to do it.
Gotcha.
Tell us about that process then. How did you get first on Team Dana-Farber? And then what was the process to move the funds to the Skinny Pig Fund that you created?
Sure. So this kind of goes back in my history with marathon running and fundraising. So for 10 years, I was on Teddy's team.
Wow. And
yes, I've done a lot with them and love that team. I think you actually had someone on from Teddy's team last session, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. Yeah, we had, looking at the list.
I'm like, I can find it too.
I don't see it.
Keep
going.
That's okay. That's okay. So when I first joined Teddy's team back in 2010, I became pretty close with the director of Teddy's team at the time. He actually moved on to Dana-Farber and was in charge of the Jimmy Fun Walk. He's now since moved on to I believe Team in Training, but that's okay. So through that, he he knew about my family. Him and I were pretty close. He knew when my brother was diagnosed. He got me involved with the Jimmy Fund. And when he left, he introduced me to his predecessor. And she told me about the general named funds because she knew doing something specific to my brother was really important to me. So it was just kind of weird how the world works, how you jump from one thing to another. And, all the charities are important. And Teddy's team was really important to me at one point. They still are. My dad had a stroke. A lot of members of my family. But my brother was my best friend, and he was my brother, and he means everything to me. And he's left behind a beautiful little girl, and I want to do something special for him and just let her know what he means to me.
So is there a goal beyond the Boston Marathon then with the Skinny Pig Fund? Like, what's your goal to do to continue to honor Keith and continue to grow that fund?
Yeah, so the commitment for the Skinny Pig Fund is actually $100,000 commitment that we have to raise within 5 years. But we
wow.
can.
You're no stranger to fundraising, though, from what I gather.
Honestly, my goal is to do $250,000, if not more. That's my ultimate goal.
Good for you.
So every Dana-Farber event we can designate to the Skinny Pig Fund. So we started this past fall, shortly after my brother passed. It was the Jimmy Fund Walk, and so we quickly got a small team together. My sister and I are doing the Boston together this year, and so her and I got a small team together for the Jimmy Fund Walk. We raised a real quick $10,000 for it, and now her and I are each committed to raising $20,000 for Boston. So by the end of April, we'll have hit over $50,000 for the Skinny Pig Fund.
You guys are pros.
As long as they still want the money coming in, and as long as they're putting it towards finding a cure for this and finding treatments that prolong the lives of those that have it, I will keep giving everything I got to it.
Kudos to you, man. This is amazing.
Yeah, and excuse me for not knowing enough about it, but tell me a little bit about the cancer your brother had.
Yeah, so it's renal cell cancer, so it's kidney cancer, and he was 46, I think, when he was diagnosed, or 45. It's really rare in younger individuals. It's more common in, I think 60 plus. Just one summer, he was just having some back pain and thought he had just pulled a muscle, put it off for a little bit. Finally went and got it checked because it was getting bad, and it was a giant tumor on his kidney. And at that point, once they found that, they did a bunch of other tests. Because it was in the kidney, it had already spread through the bloodstream. It was he had spots on his lungs. He had spots on his skull, spots on his liver. It had just kind of taken over very quickly. So a lot of times they try to treat it with immunotherapy, and unfortunately that did not work for him. His body fought that. Actually on the day of the Boston Marathon last year, he went in for another treatment. I cannot remember the name of the treatment, and it was a really serious one, and they knew there'd be some pretty bad side effects. But it was kind of his last shot, and unfortunately it didn't work. And the cancer just beat out every treatment that he had. He was on all sorts of different chemo pills and radiation, and eventually just his body just gave up.
Man, I'm sorry about Keith, man. I really am.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know the exact stats, but I know when he was diagnosed, I think the survival rate was something like 2 to 5%, and in the short time frame, those 3 years, I think it's up to 17% now, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a pretty big jump.
It's a big jump.
Considering, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
They're making gains. This will be great when you hit that 250K or maybe even 500,000 one day, and you keep growing this throughout the rest of your life, and maybe even beyond, and maybe even his daughter will help you continue to grow it when she's older. I bet you this will make a huge impact, and that 2 to 5, now 17, will become 30 and 40, hopefully, and even higher one day, and help save a lot of people.
Yeah, I truly hope that's the case. And his doctor, Dr. McGregor, all the nurses at Dana-Farber, they were just incredible. He was hospitalized for, I think, 3 or 4 weeks before he passed. And just the nurses at Dana-Farber, everyone was just so amazing. So I want to just help them as much as I can to just help other families. So.
Absolutely. So for this particular fundraising journey, do you have any special events coming up or anything that's going to help boost up your numbers?
Yeah. So I've actually hit my 20,000, which is pretty cool. My sister
congratulations.
is
Amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. So we do a lot of football themed fundraisers throughout the year. So that's kind of gone away now, right? We actually have a big cornhole tournament coming up. It's actually this coming Sunday in Tingsboro.
Very cool.
And hopefully that'll put us over the finish line for this particular $40,000 goal. We do a lot of drawings. Not supposed to call them raffles. So we do a lot of drawings, and I'm very fortunate to have a lot of people that donate some really cool prizes. A couple I know Dirk Bentley's management team, so they give us tickets and passes to do drawings for every time I have a fundraiser, which is really cool. We have personal trainer friends that are donating a month of free personal training, all sorts of really great things. A lot of cornhole boards we're giving away, and liquor. Everybody likes liquor.
Love it.
I have to ask, where in Tingsboro is your event going to be?
The Tingsboro's, oh my God, I should know.
Is it that new place that they have with all the laser tag or the axe throwing? Is it the new place like that?
Maybe.
I don't know what it's called, but I just found out about it the other day.
Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for not knowing the name of this place. It's Tingsboro Sports Center, I believe.
Well, where can everyone find all your stuff, all your info, everywhere to fundraise, your events coming up? Because this is actually going to drop like 3 days after your cornhole tournament. But where can they find all the information on everything you're doing?
So I'm on Instagram. I have a public account on Instagram. My Instagram tag is Natman, NATMMAN, and I post a lot of that there. I also have links on my profile to the website to donate to for the Skinny Pig Fund. And the drawing actually that we're doing is actually going to be held on the 23rd of March. So it sounds like that's a couple days after this airs. So if anyone wants some really great prizes, they should check that out. And it's an online form to enter the drawing. You submit what you want your tickets to go into. So it's a really cool setup that one of my friends put together for me. Shout out to my friend Margaret Kjærsig, who I met through Teddy's team. A lot of people I've met through Teddy's team, so shout out to them. So my Instagram is probably the best place to go for that.
That's awesome. And you can find pictures of you and Keith on here. You share a lot in this one post. So that Keith looks awesome. Looks like you guys were super cool, best friends, like you said. Let's have a little fun here. Let's talk maybe some happy memories right now. You've done 10 Boston marathons for Team Teddy. Maybe you've done more, but tell us a little bit about your Boston Marathon experience. What are some fun stories that have come out of Boston for you?
Yeah, so I actually did 8 with Teddy's team, and I did 2 with the Martin Richard Foundation.
Oh, wow.
So 2 really great charities. Some of my best memories. Nothing will ever beat the first Boston Marathon. There's just nothing like it, right? Going down Boylston Street for that first time. I will say, nothing really stands out to me from that first marathon, though, other than it was my first marathon. It was my first Boston. My second one, it was 90 degrees. It was miserable. And I remember running down Boylston Street with 3 of my teammates. We were all soaked because we were running through every hose we could find, dumping water on us. And my calves seized up and the last 10th of a mile.
No.
And so I had put my arms around two of my teammates, and then all of a sudden I could feel my shorts just sliding down because they were so waterlogged. and one of my other teammates, Jen. So I just looked at her. I was like, Jen, you need to pull my pants up right now. And it was right when we were in front of the Lennox Hotel, which is where the Teddy's team headquarters was. So there's all the cameras right there, and they're taking photos. And there's a great photo of the four of us, like arm in arm, crossing the finish line. But I'll just never forget, like, the feeling of my shorts sliding down.
Oh, no.
I'm going to moon everyone at the finish line of the Boston Marathon.
That's a great story.
I heard that you ran a really wet and awful Boston. Was that 2015 or 2018?
I did 18.
Okay. So I did 18 as well.
It was miserable.
And I ran the whole thing in a poncho. And I will tell you, I felt that's one of the years I ran for Team MR8. And I just felt like a superhero that year because everyone cheering for Martin Richard, running down, I mean, every part of the marathon. So it could have been snowing, it could have been raining, anything. It was just such an amazing feeling to run for them that year. But I do remember taking the right on, left on, and it was just a sea of ponchos because nobody wanted the poncho in their finish line photo.
Yep, I slipped on quite a few of those on my way through that part. Oh my gosh!
Now, last year you didn't run in the marathon, but you got to volunteer. Not only did you get to volunteer, you got to give over 1,000 runners their medal, including my favorite Peloton instructor, Matt Wilpers. Tell me about that.
So I'm a Peloton junkie for sure.
Yes.
And I went to the marathon, Team Wilpers shakeout run the day before. And I was like, hey, Matt, I'm giving out medals at the finish line. So you're going to get it from me because I'm like your biggest fan. So,
yes.
I tracked him the whole day. And he was like, how am I going to find you? I'm like, you're not going to find me. I'm going to find you. Don't worry. I will track you.
I'm taking care of this. Don't worry.
And then I could tell when he finished, like, I don't know if you've heard him do his recap of the marathon, but it was a pretty miserable experience for him. And I could kind of tell that when I saw him, and I felt awful, but it was nice to give him his medal. But
I haven't heard his recap, but could you put in a good word and have him come on the podcast and tell us?
All I know is that it was hot that day, and he ran really fast. So I can imagine how bad he would feel at the end of that. Yeah.
And he did wave to us and gave us a smile, and I got it on video.
Yes, he's a super nice guy. Great coach.
Man, this was cool. Like, we don't know a whole lot going into all these Boston runners here. We don't do enough homework. We typically do for like a guest that we have when we talk to one a night, but not 7. But I found that little tidbit on you about Matt, and I was like, I can't wait to have you on. And then you blew me away with a story about your brother and Keith, because that I had no clue about. Like, wow, what a story. What a thing you're doing, growing the Skinny Pig Fund and honoring your brother Keith. I really hope that this goes like beyond the next year or so and honors him for years and years and years. And you not only do you hit that one, it was 100,000, but then you're 250,000, but then go for a half and go for $1 million. Whenever you got cool things coming up, especially around running and marathon days, like let us know, man. This is super cool for us to find out and learn about. And the fact that you're local, like Erica lives in Nashua, just down the street from Tingsboro.
That's why I asked what's in Tingsboro, because I'm like, that's like 10 minutes from my house.
So you're really not far, and this is super cool. And then we're Peloton junkies too. We'll have Matt on one day.
I'm 6-star Erica on Peloton, exact same as my Instagram. So feel free to follow me on the Peloton, and I'll follow back.
Yeah, and we're hoping to do a Peloton takeover next year in January. So we'd love for you to come for that too. Like that would be super cool, man.
Nice.
What a pleasure this has been to meet you.
So a shout out to another Peloton instructor, Alex K. He actually did a row dedicated to brothers, and it was to his brother and my brother.
Oh, wow.
It was a January 13th 60-minute endurance row. So anyone out there should check it out. It was really special.
I'm gonna do it on my phone. I don't have a rower, but we do at work. I'm gonna check that out on my phone.
All I know is that he's one of the newest tread instructors, so I'm going to have to start taking his classes too.
I was just there for his tread premiere, and he's a great coach too. Yeah.
So you were in the class with like Bex and Mariana, and like there was a whole bunch of other Peloton people in there. Awesome.
Yeah, Mariana's my other favorite, so it's a good group.
Perfect.
Dan, I have a feeling you're going to be a long-term close friend to the pod here. Yeah. Yeah, this
Well, we
is
hope
great.
so anyways, but it's fun. We have a lot in common.
This is great. Listen, man. One last thing here. What's your plan for the Boston Marathon? Is this going to be a victory lap? Are you going for time? What's your game plan?
So I hired a coach. It's actually Alex's brother, Nick. He's been working with me since November. I actually ran the Chicago Marathon a couple weeks after my brother passed, and I had a goal to get a sub-4. And it was just a very emotional run for me. And I was close, but every mile was just, I just kept thinking why I was out there. And it didn't jive. So I ended up crossing the finish line like 4 minutes after 4 hours, which is still good.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so disappointed in myself. And I just wanted to do something different, right? So I've run a lot of marathons, and I wanted to make them more meaningful, and I wanted to make my brother proud. So I went out and hired a coach, and he's been working with me really hard. My goal is to get a marathon PR. So my marathon PR right now is a 3:52. So my hope is to come in under that. My B plan is to get a Boston PR, which is anything under 4:06. So that's my goal. My goal is to just try to go out there and crush it. But April can be really shitty.
Right. Well, listen, we don't want to slow you
Knock
down.
on wood for you.
Yeah. Well, listen, we don't want to slow you down, but at mile 19 on your left, that's where we'll be. Just past, call it 19.2, okay? Near the Johnny Kelly statue. And if you give us a wave, that's great. If you stop and say hi real quick, that's great. But if you just got to run by and give us a little "What's up, guys?" because you got your goal, go for it. Keep going. But if you want something, Erica will have a cooler. She'll
Let me
get
know.
you a
I'll
cold
hook you
Coke, a snack, whatever you want. She'll hook you up.
I'll tell you, if it's hot, Erica, there's nothing better than freeze pops.
Ooh.
So I'm just saying,
if I can keep those frozen, I absolutely will, because I feel like a lot of people would love those.
A lot of people would love that. They're amazing. That's like the best thing you could ever have during a marathon is a freeze pop.
Excellent.
We're super excited. I'm so glad we got to meet here and hear your story. That's why we're doing this. And wow, what a story you have. You came right out of the gates with it, man, and you hit us with all the feels there. Super proud of you and your sister and your whole family for honoring your brother Keith, man. Kudos. Keep it going. We can't wait to see you. We'll be tracking you and following you in the Boston Marathon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you out there with the freeze pop.
I have to now. It's going to happen, Dan. Don't worry.
All right.
And you did great for your
on.
first ever podcast, man. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Come back when tell us when bigger things happen for the Skinny Pig Fund, and when you need help with something, you let us know.
Oh yeah.
Guys, that was
You're
great.
A cool guy.
What a joy it was to get to know Dan there. Everyone go there, follow him, find him. Everything will be in the show notes for his fundraiser and his Instagram. Go out there and cheer him on as he's going to get that A goal and that B goal. He's going to crush it, and he's going to raise, I'm going to call it right now, over $1 million in the next 10 years for the Skinny Pig Fund. Dan, you're the man. I'm sure you've heard that before. Guys, that was a blast. Dan Foley on the On the Runs podcast. Go out there and crush it, dude.
Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Our next guest on the pod is coming to us from the Jersey Shore, but she's a Massachusetts native. We are wicked excited because she is running for 261 Fearless, and we love them because of Catherine and everyone else and everything they stand for. Tam Turse, welcome to the On the Runs podcast. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you both tonight?
We are doing just fine. We're so happy to have you, Tam.
We are. We are really excited. And you're coming to us from Jersey, but you're originally from Massachusetts. Why don't you quickly tell us, give us a little bit of the Tam bio here.
Sure. Yes. So I am originally from Massachusetts. When I go up to run Boston, I am pretty sure my accent will come back slightly. But as my family always says, we're from the western part of the state, so they don't have an accent. But I lived and grew up in Massachusetts until and the New England area until 8th grade when I moved down to New Jersey. So I've been a New Jersey person for a very long time. But yeah, I'm super excited. I always call Boston home. It is, one of my favorite places to be. So yeah, I'm excited to be down there.
How are you liking the Jersey Shore for training?
It is great this time of year. As I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, I only need to be running spring marathons because those fall marathon training in the summer down here in the humidity, it's terrible. But one thing being down at the shore, we don't have a lot of hills here. So I am grateful that I have a treadmill every once in a while to get some hills in.
Gotta get that hill training.
That's funny because we just had someone on moments ago and they're like, I'll never do a spring marathon again because it's brutal and they only want to do falls.
The weather has been very nasty this year.
Now, as long as there's not, ice outside, I love it. I love the cold weather runs. And this is how I know that I'm a Massachusetts girl because I'm like, give me the cold. You can layer up as much as you want to, wear the hats, wear whatever you need to. There's a time when you get to the summer in the humidity, it's like, it's just brutal.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Now, you said before we even hit record, that you do many things. One of those is a yoga instructor. Tell us a little bit about yoga and all the other things you do that keep you active.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've been doing yoga for well over a decade and teaching for a very long time. And that was sort of my segue also into running. I had a friend who would do yoga with me and she was a runner. And as she was doing that, I was like, wow, this, I was really impressed and wanted to know more about running. But yeah, so I do a lot of various yoga teaching, including yoga for athletes. So it's been really great for both my training and has been part of my fundraising. I have done some fundraising classes specifically for being able to, offer yoga. I just love it so much.
That's amazing. And so Tam is definitely one person who does not forget to stretch. Unlike me, I got to get better at it, but that is such an important thing to incorporate into your running routine. So that's so awesome that you do that. And it's an amazing fundraising event. Genius.
It absolutely is, actually. I'm part of I think Eric is pointing to me there. I'm running in New York City this year. And so the second Monday of every month, starting today, I'm missing it because we're doing this, but we're having a yoga night. Me and the whole running team, I'm doing a big yoga night. And it's going towards our New York City fundraising. But we're not here to talk about me or New York City. We're here to talk about Tam and the Boston Marathon. So here's what I love is everyone who's jumped in on this Boston Week series we do and these fundraising mini episodes, we're learning more and more about their charities. Some of them we've never heard about. Some of them we have. Yours we have because we were very honored to have Catherine Switcher on for episode 100 last year to kick off Boston Weeks. And she is the founder of 261 Fearless. So tell us, how did you find 261 Fearless and how did you become part of their team?
Absolutely. Yes, I did hear your episode. I was listening to part of it. And yeah, Catherine is amazing. And I wound up hearing about and learning more about 261 Fearless from a friend of mine who also through yoga and into running. My friend Ray was running Boston last year with 261 Fearless. So, of course, seeing her social posts as we do, I've just started learning a little bit more and a little bit more. And randomly in Spotify, there were audiobooks, and I saw that Catherine's autobiography was there. And I was like, I want to listen to it. And then as soon as I listened to it, I knew I wanted to run Boston for a very long time. And I really wanted to run it this year because I'm turning 50 and it was one of my goals to run it before I turn 50. And upon listening to Marathon Woman and, then seeing all the great work that 261 does, I was like, that's the one that if I can do it, that's this day they opened up fundraising for Boston, I immediately had my application in because I was like, I have to, if I can, work with them.
What a wonderful choice. We love Catherine and everything she stands for, just pushing women forward in sports. I think it's a fantastic cause. So thank you for raising money for them and for bringing awareness for women in sports.
Now, you said you come to Boston on occasion and your accent comes back. Have you run the Boston Marathon before?
I have never run Boston before. It will be number 4 of my 6-star journey. And yeah, so
Yes.
I'm super excited about that. But no, Boston has always been the goal. And I've even said, yes, I want to do my 6 stars. If this had to be my last marathon, let it be Boston. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, it's to me, it means a lot of special things just to be back up there and being able to run for a great organization and be back home and, all the things.
I love it.
So what's your game plan then going in? Is Boston going to be, are you really competitive with yourself and are you going for a PR or is this a victory lap? Will you have friends and family there on the course cheering? What's your game plan?
Game plan is definitely for every marathon, finish and let's finish under 6 hours so I can get that star those are my main goals. Do I have those competitive, what could my time be? A little bit in the back of my head, but I really want to enjoy it. I want to be able to, really see and experience the course. I always remember my first marathon, I ran it so long because I was stopping, I was talking to people, I did all the things. And, then I've run other races where I'm like, I'm going to run it. And I want to have a little bit in between so I can, see the things, be able to experience it. Yes, I'm hoping, yes, for sure to have some, family and friends nearby and, be able to see them at some spots too, for sure.
Awesome. Well, just know that you'll have a couple of friends at mile 19 waiting to cheer you on,
Excellent.
Perhaps having a snack or a drink for you. As Eric likes to call it, a snacky snack or whatever. That might push you up those Newton Hills. We're right before there.
Awesome.
Yeah, what are some of your go-to snacky snacks or something you'll eat or drink on a long run?
I love when I have some friends. I've done New York a couple times, and they have a spot. And Eric, I will tell you all about it. They will. It's the Last Dam Bridge Brigade, and they always have snacks there. And yes, my request is always Swedish fish. I usually don't carry them on me when I'm running, but if I see them, I'm super excited to get those. I'm more of at the end of the race, I have very specific, you better have for me Reese's peanut butter cups and a Diet Coke.
Ooh. I like the sound of the Reese's peanut butter cups, to be honest. Now,
some of my favorites anytime.
I've never had one because of a dairy allergy, but I actually have the dairy-free ones, and I think they're fantastic.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. They're
amazing.
It's got the protein, it's got the sugar. It's just, it's a perfect little snack.
Yeah, they're awesome. So Tam, you got a couple weeks to go. How is fundraising going currently for you? Have you reached your goal? Do you have any events coming up? I know you're in the Jersey Shore, so that's a little bit of a trip for a lot of us here in New England. But what are you planning on? What are some of your, say, tips and tricks for fundraising outside of a yoga event?
Yeah. So I have, I'm still about 20% to go to my goal, but I still have a month. So I am feeling very confident of that. And yes, beyond doing, I was doing some yoga classes and of course doing the typical ask and beg your friends and family to donate. I have been making friendship bracelets. And so, I have various ones that are either Boston related. Most of them say 261 Boston on them. So if people were giving a specific donation amount, I would send them a friendship bracelet. And there have been some groups and organizations that, I found on, in Facebook groups. And I'm like, hey, if you donate, any amount this week, friendship bracelet thrown in. I love to send them. They're fun to make. I'm going to have a whole armful of them in Boston. I will be handing them out when I'm running. So that might delay me from if I had a PR. But yeah, so those are my final push to the stretch for fundraising for me.
What a great idea. Those friendship bracelets are all the rage right now. Probably thank you, Taylor Swift, but they are so much fun. They're so motivational. I mean, and everybody loves them. And I hope you make many friends out on that course, giving out your friendship bracelets. I think it'll be so much fun. Yeah, just enjoy the whole thing. And hopefully, I just hope it goes well for you. Whatever your goal ends up being, I hope it's just a ton of fun.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
You know, just being up there is, and like I said, that will be it. I've always, I've run 14, 15, I don't remember. And that sounds obnoxious to say, I don't remember how many marathons I've run. But, it really is the victory lap, right? So they're always just the experience of having a great day, whatever that is. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're putting in so much work with this fundraising and doing so much good, putting the word out there that you deserve this victory lap.
Thank you.
Yeah, and back to fundraising real quick, 261 Fearless. How close are you working with 261 Fearless throughout this process? Like, is there a team of all the Boston runners? Do you communicate? Is there a group chat, or do they work with you outside of this and saying, hey, Tam, try this, or hey, Tam, we're hosting an event? How is the whole connection between you and 261?
Yeah, they're great. We get weekly emails. We have various communications. We have a Facebook group. We've got our WhatsApp chats. There are calls. We'll have a team meeting when we get up into Boston. They have various resources. They're really accessible if you have questions and things. And for me personally, as I said, I've just been so taken with this organization. Also, one of the other things I do, I'm a trained running coach. So I have actually applied to the process for them to be a coach on their team too. So
cool.
it's a really just great group of people. And, so they've been really super supportive and fun.
That's
so I'm looking
awesome.
forward to our team, like getting together personally when we're up in Boston and all being able to hang out together.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys have such a close connection. I think that's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. That's great to see the teams do this and everything, and they bring everyone together. Especially, it's cool when you have all those group chats and you only know someone through a name in a chat, and then you get to meet in person at the event. Like, that's super awesome. Well, I'm excited.
Like I said, it'll be great.
So how has your training been going? Do you train with anybody, any run clubs, anybody down in the Jersey Shore?
I don't. I typically run by myself. I am an early morning person, so sometimes it's hard, to get a lot of motivation for getting up and out early. I actually just did yesterday one of my 20 milers, so a little challenging with the time change too, but otherwise.
I didn't even think of that. Wow.
Man. Yeah, that's been challenging here too, just in general.
Yeah. So
early morning runners.
But my training's been going well. And, we haven't had, the winter hasn't been too bad. And, I'm lucky enough that when I need to, I do have a treadmill to be able to get that in. And, having run marathons before too, it really is just about, some time on my feet. And, if, that's always the challenge, right? Hey, can you do it? Especially that first one. So once you get that under your belt, it's like, you know what? Yeah, you can do it. You just got to, stay in whatever fitness feels like to you without overdoing it.
Exactly.
Well, hey, I have a feeling you're going to crush it. You're going to get well within that 6 hours. You're going to enjoy Boston. You're going to get your 4th star, 2 to go. What are the other 2 you have to do before you have to do 7, 8, and 9?
And I don't know that I'm sticking with the OG 6 at least for right now. And so yes, after I complete Boston, I have Tokyo and London left.
Very
nice. Is there any game plan right now, or just get through Boston and then think about that later?
It's funny you should ask. I really thought it was going to be, okay, I want to get Tokyo in and then leave London for last because, hey, if I've got some friends who want to go. And then I was like, no, now I'm feeling like I want to do London first now. So, but, whichever one showed up, I would not say no.
There you go.
Nice.
And again, super excited that there's springtime ones because now I am all about the springtime marathon.
Yeah, especially on the Jersey Shore. Yeah. Now, would you try to run for 261 Fearless for those marathons too?
I might. I mean, we'll see how it goes. And again, people run at various ages, and I am very lucky, knock on some wood right now, that I have been feeling healthy, feeling good. But I'm also very aware that at 50 years old, I'm gonna need to see, hey, how are the marathons feeling? How are the hips feeling? How are the knees feeling? But so we'll get through Boston, and then then we'll see what I can do with 261 for sure.
Well, I think you're going to crush it. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Please, if you have time, stop at mile 19, and we got the Swedish fish, and we'll have whatever you need. Maybe we'll even have some peanut butter Reese's cups for you to throw in your pocket for the finish line.
Yeah. Amazing. I'll have friendship bracelets for you then, for sure.
Oh,
that would be so cool. So last question, going back to the very first thing you told us, you're originally from Western Mass. Do you happen to be from North Adams?
No.
Okay. I spent many times in North Adams, so I was thinking, maybe you're from the same area my mom grew up in Western Mass, but it was a long shot. There's a lot of Western Mass out there. So
there is. Yeah, no, I'm originally from Westfield, Massachusetts.
All right. Awesome. Well, this was a pleasure getting to know you, Tam. I think it's super cool that you do the yoga instructing and you're going to become a run coach soon. Good luck with that. You're reminding Erica to stretch because she never does, and it's super vital and important. So, Tam, you're the best. Thank you so much for doing this and coming on the pod late at night and telling us all your story here. Good luck. I can't wait to see you at mile 19 and see you cross that finish line too.
Amazing. Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Tam. Enjoy Boston. Have a blast and just soak it all in.
Thank you.
Our next guest on the pod is running in the 2025 Boston Marathon for one of our favorite running groups we know and have had the pleasure of having on the pod, the Boston Bulldogs Running Club. We are wicked excited to have Didde Kjærsig on the On the Runs podcast. What's up, Didde?
Yeah, what's up? Just came straight for the running club right now. We're meeting every Monday. So just went for a walk with them and now I'm here. Yeah.
Sorry.
Were you with our friends? We like to call him Beard, but he's the bearded runner. Were you with him today?
He's sitting out here looking at me.
No shit.
I know he want to come in to say hi on the podcast.
Time,
yeah,
he's had his 15 minutes on the pod. It's your turn. How are you, though? Tell us a little bit about yourself. You have I think I did a good job on the name, but Didde Kjærsig.
You did.
Tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, who am I? I'm from Denmark and moved to the US 3 years ago with my family and needed something to connect to. And I found the Bulldogs. I'm not myself. I'm not in recovery or anything. Everyone is allowed to join the club as long as you are a safe person. You can help people. You want to listen and just be there, show up. So that group has been life changing for me over here in the US. You could be pretty lonely when you move across.
How soon did you find them after you came over to the States?
Maybe 2 months.
Wow, that was quick. That was awesome.
Yeah.
What was your first experience then? Because we've had Mike on the pod and he's talked about how he's welcomed anyone who wants to come on. And we heard about a few people's first ever experiences, but what was your first experience?
With the Bulldogs?
Yeah.
Well, I would say just a funny story. I was very unsure about myself and my English when we moved over here. So I actually sent my husband just to check out, is this a place for me? Do they want to talk to new people? Are they nice, kind stuff? And you come up, this club is something for you, Didde. Okay. Well, and then I showed up and I was meeting with this of energy. It's an awesome club. People are so friendly, so happy, running 3 miles. It was the best. It was the best experience. Yeah.
Because I remember the story when Ashley joined in a super early morning run and everyone ran and she was gone after 100 yards. They were all past her or something, or she just couldn't run more than 100 yards. And then everyone came back and said, you're coming next week, right? It's just that's the vibe I get from the Boston Bulldogs. We know all those people now. Patrick too, right, Erica? And they're all just these Boston Bulldogs. You guys do
super
the big 5K every
encouraging.
Spring. Yeah.
Very much, very much. You don't have to if you can just walk for a yard or a mile or whatever.
And they want you to come back the next week. They're always encouraging, saying come back.
Always come back. And suddenly you just show up like every Monday. I have been doing this for almost 3 years now. I almost never skip a Monday. This is the week high day. I love Mondays.
Oh, that's
And now I
amazing.
love Saturdays as well, because now I'm running all the long runs with the marathon team. So this is
Beautiful.
awesome.
So were you a runner
Yeah.
before this? Before you joined the club, like back in Denmark?
Yeah, I guess I was. Not very consistently though, but I ran a couple of half marathons, but never marathons. So I was a runner, but I have become a running person. I see myself as a runner now. Yeah, I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks to the club.
So I'm glad that the Boston Bulldogs got you into a regular routine, got you running,
They did.
got you motivated
did.
to get out there. But what made you want to run the Boston Marathon?
Oh, yeah. It has been on my bucket list since we moved over here. Yeah. So it has been a dream for me, like, for a long time. I have some friends back in Denmark who has been running the Boston, and everyone's like, Boston is like the coolest, greatest thing of all time. So if you ever get the opportunity to do that, do it, especially when you moved over there. So yeah, and when I didn't know before I joined the club that the club actually had access to this.
Oh.
So yeah, I did find out about this. So then the people were like, oh, you should sign up for the first one. And I was like, nah, no, I will not do that. And then the second year, oh, you should do it again. Nah. And then I signed up for Chicago instead. Yeah.
Okay.
And tried the fundraising stuff for the first time. And I was like surprised about, it was actually easy to get, like, not easy, but I managed to do it. And so it got me confidence enough to like put in a ticket this time and actually do this. And Megan was like, of course you have to. You've been here for years. You should run the marathon. So I got the bib and I was like overfilled about it. Yeah. So it's so exciting.
So
It
we
is
are
so
about
exciting.
to check off the bucket list item for you this year.
Yes, it is. So I'm so happy. So happy about it.
So tell us this then. You said, Chicago gave you some confidence and you did the fundraising the first time. What are some of the fundraising things you're doing now? Is it always like, are you on your own or are you doing this with all the other Bulldogs who are running?
We support each other. So like, we have to fundraise the 10,000 grand, which is fine. And this is like a group thing. We just need to get through this. So if you're like giving way more than 10,000, well, that is good for everyone. So we are like doing this as a group, and you're also on your own. You have to do everything you can, of course, to raise the $10,000. And so far it's been okay. It's tougher than Chicago, but I'm getting there and I'm feeling confident about this. So, but yeah, I've been doing fun stuff.
What do you have coming up for events?
Oh, I have a Pilates fusion class here, actually on this upcoming Sunday. Yeah, with Pilates students in North End. Yeah, so that is going to be super exciting. I still have a few spots left, but it's going to be exciting. And then I have a painting event. Yeah.
Ooh, this is cool, actually. I've done these.
Yeah. So I have a good friend in the club who has been so generous to like host this for me on her cafe. So, and she's like the painting girl. I'm very bad at painting, but give it a try.
But they make you feel like, have you done one of these painting nights before?
No, I have never done it.
Okay, so usually they make you feel like, they give you this confidence that you can do it. And it's very, like, everyone's doing the same painting, if it's the same kind of deal that I did. And we're all making a bird on a tree, and the instructor made it seem so easy. And it was easy. Now, some people, theirs looked amazing to the details, and mine looked kind of meh. I'll tell you how mine looked. I gave it to my mom. You know where she put it? She put it in the bathroom. So every time I go to my mom's house and go to take a number one, I look at my painting. So, but no,
that's displayed it somewhere.
Those are actually really fun events. I think that is a cool event.
Yeah, I hope so. I've been very concentrating about the Pilates class. So after Sunday, I go all in on focusing on the next one. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be well. And then I did the Super Bowl squares like everyone else. I didn't do. I have never
Always
watched a
a good
Super Bowl.
one.
This was my first Super Bowl watch ever. I needed to see the game because I need
You
to
had
find
to
out
know
who
what the
was the
score
winner.
was.
Yeah, so I had to see the whole game.
Did
That
you
was
watch
fun.
the commercials?
If I did,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The commercials is
Oh.
sometimes the best part, better than the game.
it was the best. There are some good people in the commercial like that. It was fun, but yeah. So yeah, But I will say it's busy. Wow, like you have a lot of balls in your hands when you do this, like all the time, and like.
Oh yeah.
But it's super funny. Like I really enjoy it doing this fundraising, and
That's
also
awesome.
because it's for the club who's like changed my time here in Boston. Like it means
I
so
love
much
it.
to me. It's actually giving something back for the club who's been doing so much for me and for my family, and yeah. So yeah, it's I really love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike is awesome. Man, it was so cool when Dan hooked us up with, and we did that episode. So the thing with that, I don't know if you listened, but that was the first time we tried something like that. We had Mike on, then he brought a couple of his own people on, and we had three people at the same time. And it was like, oh, can we we did it, and we managed, and we figured it out, and then it kind of gave us the confidence to do more stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
and Mike
that's a
was
good idea.
just his whole story and the whole Bulldogs Foundation. I just fell in love, and I wish I was closer where I could join, because I see all of Dan, or as we like to call him, Beard, all his runs
The
he goes
Beard
on
runner, yeah.
with all you guys. It looks great. So tell me now, fundraising is going well, but how is training going?
The training is good. I think the training is good. It's been a tough winter, I would say. We have been
You're
struggling
not wrong.
with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been tough. We have been struggling a lot with icing and snow and like heavy wind and so cold temperatures. But to run it as a group, like meeting up every Saturday, no matter wind, no matter weather, no matter anything, just show up for smiles and laughing and just get your miles in. So it's really cool. Yeah, I do love the training this time. I did Chicago all by myself. So this is completely different, and I love it.
It's
I
more
really
fun
love
when
it.
you're together.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And you cannot say, I'm not doing this today. I'll do it another day. Because I did sign up for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to go every Saturday.
And everybody else can get out there. Why can't I? It's one of those things.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And it's so cool to be able to train on the actually Boston course. And we're like every Saturday there's like 100 of people running up and down Newton Hills, up and down.
You are going to
just
be
for
in
practicing.
such good shape for the actual race.
Hope so. Hope so.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be amazing.
So speaking of the actual race, then, what is your game plan for race day? Are you going for the PR, or is this a victory lap? Like, you put in all the work. What's your game plan?
My game plan is having fun.
I like that.
I love it. Everybody has the right idea. Just enjoy Boston for everything that it has to offer.
Yeah. I will really try to just have fun. I'm very competitive with myself.
Mhm.
So, and I only run one marathon before. So I know with myself, I would say, I need to beat my time. I need to beat my time. But I will really try my hardest just to enjoy and like take everything in, because it's going to be amazing. I'm sure about that. So I'm not afraid of the hills. I'm not afraid of anything. Just want to embrace this feeling about actually running Boston.
That's
Now-
the best
Very
mindset.
first time.
What
Yeah.
are some of your like go-to snacky snacks or drinks or fuel on a long run that you could use, say around mile 19 of the Boston Marathon?
Swedish fish.
Oh, that is a bit popular one.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have
love the
some
Swedish
snacks.
fish. Yeah, that or the Whistly. Is that Whistly? Like, you know, the fruit gummy bears,
Mhm.
because they're not. Swedish fish is a little sticky to your teeth, so that could be like a little struggling when you're running and all your teeth is like all stuck together with all this.
That's why I can't eat certain
fish.
gels and stuff. I have to
Yeah.
have a very specific kind.
Yeah. I just started doing gels last long run. I'm not a gel person. I absolutely hate it.
You know
So-
what I like? I used to do gels, and I can do gels still, but I actually prefer blocks now.
Those get stuck in my teeth.
It's kind of, kind of like a Swedish fish, I guess. But I enjoy the blocks a little more than squeak because the gel gets on my fingers and then your fingers get all sticky.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't
that's
like.
True.
So,
but that is what I do like about the Mortons, though. They're not sticky. It's more like eating a very jelly cake when you eat them. Like, so that is definitely my favorite one. But I'm still not like super into it. But
well, the reason I ask you, like I said, mile 19, what do you like for snacky snacks? Is we're going to be there cheering. We'll be at mile 19.
That's exciting.
So after you pass the aid station, say about 250 yards after mile 19, you'll find us on your left right before the hill starts. Oh. We'll have a cooler, we'll have snacks, we'll have everything.
If you want like a drink, a seltzer, a Coca-Cola, like anything like that, you let me know. I'll have something cool for you.
Awesome. I will look forward to that.
Please.
Because we will need it. We will need it at mile, what did you say, 17? 18? 19.
Right before Heartbreak Hill.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
And then the Boston Bulldog also have a cheering station at mile 22, which is also very cheerful. And
all you have to do is you make it to us, and then you only have 3 miles. It's a small chapter in a book that you just got to get to the Bulldogs, and then boom, the finish is right there. So
true.
Break it down into small chunks.
I heard that. Yeah,
I know the man's right next to you. He's looking, but isn't Dan the man running the Boston Marathon too?
He is running the Boston Marathon too.
So have you two been doing, well, you must be on your Mondays and Saturdays. You're doing a lot of those training. I see you in quite a few of his story posts doing these runs. Tell us a little bit about running with the bearded runner.
Well, that's very exciting. I would say sometimes I feel like I'm famous too, because when you run with Dan, the beard runner, like everybody's like looking, like pointing fingers. I look at him like, oh my God, they're looking at me. It's never me. It's always Dan. But it's really nice. Like you get to learn a lot of people. He knows everyone when we do the long runs on Saturdays. So, and he's also been very helpful with my fundraising this year. So a huge shout out to Dan. He's an incredible person. Means a lot to me.
Super cool.
That's awesome.
He's super cool. Big part of our pod fam. I mean, I'm serious when I say that. The guy shouts us out. He shares our stories. He helped us with Mike and Ashley and Ari. Like Dan's the man. I'm sure he's heard that thousands of times. That's original. The other thing I want to ask about Dan though is, have you ever seen the movie Forrest Gump before you met Dan?
I did.
You did. So you're well aware of who Forrest Gump was in the beard.
I am. But Dan didn't look like this 3 years ago when I met him the first time. He was shorter. When you have him in the podcast, his beard was like this short. Now it's like here.
Yeah.
It's going crazy.
It's ZZ Top-esque right now. I don't know if you know who ZZ Top is, but it's...
I don't know. But
Didde, you're so cool. Listen, Dan's actually the one who set us up with you, and he was like, you need to have Didde on, and this is great. So I'm super excited to have you here. Welcome to I would love to, maybe after Boston or sometime have you back on, learn more about you and where you came from and why you came here to Boston and all that. Mm-hmm. But listen, I'm super pumped for you. I love the Boston Bulldogs. I hope to make they have a big 5K in Franklin Park around the zoo. And
they do. It's on May 18, and it's actually the 10 years of anniversary. Like
we have to make it May 18th, Erica.
You have to.
I'm free that
you
day.
have to.
I think I'm free that day.
Yeah. You should definitely come. It's going to be a very good run.
That would be awesome.
10 years.
We'll
10 years
head
of
down,
Bulldogs.
Erica. We got invited last year, but it was with like a week or two before. And let me tell you, the Boston Bulldogs have been awesome for us, and we haven't even met any of them in person, and that's just how amazing they are. They're welcoming to us. They helped us with that episode. We've had Mike and everybody, so you're part of a great group. We love that group. We're proud of all you, and I can't wait to join you all one day for a run. May 18th.
It'd be awesome.
We'll have to make sure
May 18 at 9 o'clock. Franklin Park, show up. It's going to be fun.
I'm going to end
Thank
this.
you.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Didde was awesome. I'm so pumped. She's running for the Boston Bulldogs running club. We know them. We love them. They're amazing. So
Always
go
happy
out
to
there
support.
and support her. Find everything you need to see in the show notes. And when you see her in the Bearded Runner training on a Saturday or a Monday, give them a shout out. Maybe instead of going, hey, it's the Bearded Runner, go, hey, it's Didde, and make her feel like she's the famous one. So
I will love that.
that's awesome. Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
we'll have you back on again to learn more about you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Our next guest on the pod is the favorite daughter of one of our very own pod fam, Miss Mary McManus, and we're super excited to finally have, technically for the second time, but her wonderful daughter, Ruth Ann McManus, running for the Spaulding Rehab team in this year's Boston Marathon. Ruth Ann, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I dressed up like I was going on a run. I dressed up for the occasion.
Yes, you did. You did it well.
Yes. I love it. So that's your Spaulding Rehab jacket so did everybody from your team get one of those?
Oh, yes. It's part of the swag. We got socks, we got hats. They're like winter hats and a shirt. Yeah, just for signing up. It was amazing.
They're treating you right.
I love the color too. It's that bright neon, like everyone can see you. They're all going to know you're out there.
Safety
you got
first.
the New Balance on there. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Safety first. They want to be able to spot us out there. So everything is bright yellow, which is great.
Well, I'm
awesome.
glad you've been wearing that out for runs because that's how Rachel and I got to see you when we were running out on the course that one Saturday. We totally saw you from afar. We were like, there she is. There's Ruth Ann.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And you crossed in the middle of Comm Ave. That was so kind of you.
You jaywalked illegally, Erica?
Yeah, we did, but it was for a good cause. So
that's right.
I had to go say hello.
So Ruth Ann, here's the scoop. We know a lot about you already. We had your mom on a couple years ago. We've been in talks. You know, social media is great for things like this. You've been a huge lover of the pod for years now, but our listeners might not know as much about you. Why don't you tell everyone who you are? You know, we know you're from Boston, but give everyone the Ruth Ann scoop here.
Okay, well, as Eric mentioned earlier, I'm the love child of Mary McManus.
That was before recording, but yes, I said favorite daughter.
Recording. Yes, I'm her favorite daughter, and I started running back in 2009 when my mom wanted to run the Boston Marathon, and I said, well, you're not going to run it alone. I'm going to run. So I ran with her, and we crossed the finish line. She was a mobility impaired runner. And so that's how I got into running. And then through school, I ran half marathons. And then last year I did a full marathon. So she really got us running. Like, really. She
tells us that you would even tell everyone that you're a self-proclaimed couch potato before 2009.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh yeah, I had my whole lineup back in the day before like streaming. I had like The View, Days of Our Lives, back when The View was like different, but The View, Days of Our Lives, 12 o'clock news, Family Feud. Like I had my whole lineup. I was a couch potato.
Well, that's out the window now. We got to
yes.
You're on the road. You're on the road.
Oh yes, on the road to the Boston Marathon, which I am so grateful for. I'm also grateful for all of you guys for helping to promote the marathon and charity runners. I have a spring fling gift giveaway on April 3rd. I am giving away Patrick Lieber, who is a part of the podcast.
Patrick is the man.
He is the man. Oh my gosh, his book's amazing. It's really ahead of its time too. I love it. So we are giving away that. I'm
waiting for volume 2 of the book.
Oh yes. Is he writing another book?
I think it's in the plans. It's in the works.
Hopefully, yeah. He's a great writer.
Maybe partly published by Monday Night Media. Maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just saying that out loud. I'm just putting it out there, Patrick. You let us know.
Oh, you're funny.
What's great though? Tell us about Spaulding Rehab, and I think this goes way back to your mom's story, back when you were the couch potato, and a huge impact on the life of all three of the McManus family.
All three of us. Yes. So my mom's first PT, Allison, said, "You're not meant to spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair." And which really somehow it popped into my mom's head from wheelchair to marathon, which was kind of weird. But
it's a big jump, Mary.
I love it, though. That's such a good sentiment. Like, she's not going to be held back. She's going to go full speed ahead.
One of the best stories of all time on the pod, too, by the way.
Yeah, she's crazy in the best way. So she said, "Well, I'm going to run the marathon," and her personal trainer helped, and Janine, and also the PT helped her as well. So she was ready to go. She worked extremely hard. She had post polio. She has polio, and so the doctor said, "You're going to spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair," and she didn't take it. Like, she was like, "No, I'm not." Mm-hmm. And the PT really encouraged her. So we ran together. I was no longer a couch potato, well, on and off couch potato. But then I had some neuropsych issues. And so I really couldn't be a couch potato anymore. I had to get active again. Mm-hmm. So I ended up running like half marathons. There was a little dip after the first marathon. Mm-hmm. But then in college, I started running again. And then when I got back, I went through a serious depression and some neuropsych issues. And so Spaulding actually came to the rescue and helped me get my life back on track again. And then I had some functional neurological disorder. It just started in June, where I started to have seizures, and
oh, wow.
The wiring got mixed up in my mind. I mean, it's mixed up a little bit already, but I mean, it really got mixed up. So I had to go to speech and PT and OT again, and they were fantastic. I had the best speech therapist, Allison.
Oh,
I wouldn't be on the podcast. Yeah. So I'm very grateful. And part of the homework is to read out loud for 15 minutes. So we're like, well, if we like a book, we're going to give it away for those who donate. So it's a read and run.
So
I
Spaulding,
just love that. Full circle.
So Spaulding does a lot then. Like they did everything with your mom, but they did a ton with you. How do you know to go back to them? Was it just that you're already in with Spaulding and you knew, or you said like they came to the rescue? Did they come to you?
No, we went to them, but they're really like the best of the best. And so that's why I'm running for them, to provide that quality care. And the head of development, whenever he saw me in the hallway, he'd always say, "Whenever you want a bib, you can have one." And so the timing was never right, but I decided that this year was the year, because we ran it before, and you know, we're so honored to be part of the Spaulding family.
Now, you've only run the Boston Marathon the one time with your mom.
Yeah.
Back in, I think it was 2009.
Yep. Scared shitless.
How did that race go?
It went so well. We saw family and friends, but I'm scared. Like I have not conquered this course before. I ran LA and there were some rolling hills, but mile 18, Heartbreak Hill, I mean, it's not called Easy Hill for a reason. So I'm a little nervous.
I think you'll be fine. I think there's going to be
those so much too. Yeah, you're gonna be just fine, and you're gonna have a ton of people cheering you on along the course.
You're running the course almost every weekend. I even saw just the other weekend you had your long run. I think your mom and your dad did crew support for you. You're out there running the course. I see like it's almost like an epic party on a nice Saturday. Everyone's doing their long run on the course.
Yes, with a Gatorade. You know, they don't have adult beverages. It's Gatorade and pretzels. So I guess it's a runner's party, I guess.
Yeah, it looks fun. And you mentioned mile 18, like when the going gets tough. I think when you hit mile 19, you're going to really like what you see. You know where the John Kelly statue is?
Yes.
Yeah. Keep your eyes peeled to the left. And if you
won't
need
be
something,
able to miss us. We're going to be having those megaphones just screaming your name. So you're going to be like, "Oh God, who are leave me alone. I just need to run."
So you mentioned the books you're giving away. Are there any other like fundraising events or anything you're doing? Or do you have any fundraising tips and tricks that you could share for others?
Oh, yes. Gift giveaways. Those are fantastic. Local businesses very rarely say no. So I highly suggest going to your local businesses that you go to regularly and ask for like a $25 gift certificate. And 9 out of 10 times they've given given that. I also have a gift card that I'm giving away to Tresca's restaurant in the North End.
That's Ray Burke's place.
Yes.
Ray Burke owns that restaurant.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
With Chef Tresca. Yeah. And then I'm giving away Bill Rogers' book with a $20 gift card to Johnny D's restaurant.
Now, hold on a second. Didn't you and your mom sit next to Bill Rogers on an airplane?
No, that was Johnny Kelly's nephew, Tommy Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah. We
I
see
know
Bill
your
Rogers
mom's
around.
met. I know your mom has met.
Your
Bill
mom
Rogers
meets
a few
everybody.
times.
She knows everybody. It's crazy.
She's like,
So
when we
fun.
met your mom at the Boston Run show last year, she's like, oh, you got to meet this guy and you got to meet that guy. Follow me over here. Follow me over there. And she's introducing us to everyone. And then she's like,
It was
I have to
great.
go to my post now. I got a job to do. And I was like, well, what are we going to do now? Mary's gone.
Yeah, she's great. She's a great encouragement and inspiration to us because, you know, she could be on the sidelines, but she gets out there and she runs her own race, and
I love
it's very
that.
admirable.
Now, we're all over the map, but that's how my brain works sometimes when I'm thinking, especially when I'm not feeling well. So I want to go back to couch potato life and then post couch potato life. You haven't run the Boston Marathon since. Last year you did LA, but those, like, let's just call it 12 years in between. What were you doing? How are you staying motivated? You said almost for your neurological stuff, you have to stay active.
Oh, yes. For the neuro stuff. So what keeps me motivated? Well, you guys, the running community, also just feeling better. I feel better when I run.
True.
Yeah, and my body works better, you know, except for when I have to have a Code Brown in the bushes. That's when it.
Oh, wait. What?
We all know that feeling. Oh.
Oh my gosh. So I was on a run with my dad and I really had to go and I couldn't wait. The rec center was like a block away and the reservoir was right there. So I dived into the bushes and went and then got back on my run, went to the bathroom and then got back on my run like nothing.
Atta girl. You got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
You know, if I remember right now, just because I'm recalling a bunch of the messages I'll get from Mary from time to time, you came up with a Code Brown commandment well before we had the Code Brown commandments. And it was something about that run, maybe it was that one in particular where you started to then scout your runs to where you knew there was a place where you could use for a bathroom, correct?
Oh, yes.
Smart.
Always scout your runs for a bathroom. So otherwise it's not pretty, you know, because running
That's
really
smart.
does help with digestion. And I guess it keeps the whole body moving. Everything.
That's what I think it was Alex Larson who said that motion is lotion.
Motion
and
is lotion.
It definitely gets
Yes.
things going. So that's,
Yes.
it is proven fact.
Yes. So yeah, what keeps me motivated is just feeling good in my body. And also my mom, she'll be like out the door, you know, you have no excuse. She is tough.
If you're ever feeling like you don't want to go out for your run and she knows it, does she get you out the door?
She'll just look at me and that's enough.
Fine. Okay. Let's go.
She
Turn
can
off the view and
turn
get
off the view.
outside.
Yep.
So what's their game plan for Marathon Monday for Mary and Tom? Do you know where they'll be? Are they going to chase you? Are they going to wait for you at the finish line?
They thought about chasing, but they don't know yet. I don't think they're going to chase. They'll probably be at the Mandarin. My dad's also a runner. He was a couch potato too. And he went from couch potato to winning his age group. So we were all
Not a
pretty
big deal.
sluggish before this running thing. Like,
I
for
think
you
if
guys.
someone met
Active
your
family.
family in the last 10 years, they would never use the word couch potato in their vocabulary.
oh no, this was like back in the day. We just didn't know about exercise or we didn't know much of anything with physical movement or anything.
Well, look at the McManus family now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Steve
We're
He won
McManus
his
is
age
on a
group.
roll.
And I
We're
think
blessed.
after the Boston Marathon, you guys got some plans. Isn't Mary doing another 10K coming up?
She's doing a 10K and she's training up to a half. I'm trying to convince her to do a half. My dad is doing a half, and then I'm doing a Chowda challenge, which is a half marathon and a marathon back to back.
Yeah.
And I want to do my
knew I
first
liked you guys.
try.
You're just like
Because-
Erica.
Exactly. I found my people.
And I'd want to do a try because I finally learned how to re-ride a bike. So
Really? Do you know
I
how to
did.
swim?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Swimming wasn't the problem. It was the bike.
All right. So what are we thinking for tries here? We thinking like a sprint to begin or an Olympic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sprint.
Anywhere
yeah.
around here? Do you have a race picked out?
South Boston. Yes.
So you already got it picked out. When is this race?
I think it's in August, late August. Yeah.
Oh, you are
That's a
going
perfect
to
time.
nail all of these races, Ruth Ann. You are going to be fantastic.
You're going to do a triathlon. How cool is that?
Oh, I can't believe it. My mom's like, one thing at a time. You got to finish this marathon.
Well,
you already got the running thing down. What's an extra couple of sports? Who cares?
Dave McGilvery said himself, he has run so many years longer in his life because of all the triathlons he's done. Because you swim and you bike and you run, you mix them up, you do them all together with some strength training. It has prolonged his running career and given him the chance to do 50 plus Boston marathons. So so Ruth Ann, I think you found like after this, you go do that triathlon, you're going to be like, hey mom, I'm going to run another 15 years than what I probably would have. You're going to love it. I'm so pumped for this triathlon.
Oh, thank you.
You don't understand. You see my smile now?
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Hopefully I'll be on the pod another time to talk about all things. Like, I don't know those details, like changing and like stuff like that. And if you have to go to the bathroom, like, I don't know.
There's a university called YouTube. I love it. I learn everything on there.
Oh,
I feel like you should not get tips on triathlons from our podcast on account of Scott has pooped in his tri-suit more times than we can count. So definitely don't take advice from this podcast.
or maybe use the lessons learned to your advantage.
What not to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, Ruth Ann, I'm so excited for you. I said earlier, this is technically your second time on the pod because when your mom was on, you did make an appearance. You and Tom both. Tom, by the way, my favorite Patreon. So you listen, the three of you, especially your mom, but the three of you are such huge supporters since, I can't say day one, but I don't remember when you found us, but since the day you found us.
Pretty close.
Huge supporters. Your mom's story is amazing. Learning a lot about you here and didn't know all that was going on. I think we knew some things were going on, but didn't know all that. And then I think shortly after you ran LA. So that was super impressive. I don't think Boston's going to be hard. It's going to be just your victory lap.
It's going to be great.
Oh, thank you so much. And congrats on New York. We should all donate to Eric, He's running the New York City
We're talking about Ruth Ann. She's like, donate to Eric.
Listen, Ruth Ann is going to be my fundraising cheerleader here, the leader. She's going to get a lot of books, but we're going to focus on all that after the Boston Marathon because I got a lot. I kind of like, okay, I don't want to say everything New York during Boston. So once Boston's over, we're going hardcore New York City Marathon, going to get some fundraising because you know why I do this? Because fundraising scares the living crap out of me. And I don't want to ever fundraise. And I watch a ton of you in awe the way you do it. And now that I got this chance to run New York and I had to take it because Hannah's running too. I'm like, oh God, I got to raise $3,500. So I got $3,300 to go last time I checked.
We'll get you there. No problem.
Awesome.
So Ruth Ann, you've been super helpful with even your friends. You're out there on Facebook promoting your friends, like helping them hit tote board goals and whatnot. How close are you to reaching your goal, or have you already hit it?
Oh, I've exceeded it. I'm almost to $10,000. So
beautiful.
The gift giveaway.
That's so nice of you for helping your friends. I think that's just incredible.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, they're wonderful teammates. It's a wonderful team. I'm very grateful. So
it's so impressive. So nice. And the stress is over of fundraising. Like that's the best part.
And the race is a victory lap. That's what Eric's been saying this whole time.
Yeah, treat it like a victory lap. And so you'll see us at mile 19. I know you're going to stop. What would you like Erica to pack for you? She has a cooler.
I got snacks.
A drink, snacks. What do you want? Do you want like a full rack of ribs, a lobster, a couple beers?
Perfect.
That's a la Wyatt Moss. The rack of
a pint of ice cream.
That's perfect. A 7-course meal. Oh my gosh. No.
Michelin stars and all.
Yes. Michelin star oranges would be fantastic.
All right. Well, you let Erica know. You should send her a little reminder about the week before, and we'll hook you up.
Please do. I will
Thank
make sure
you.
to the best of my ability to have something for everyone. I'll even like label little baggies and just be like, here you go. Go up that hill.
That's right.
Do my
We
best.
might need a
you.
bigger cooler. So last thing, Ruth Ann, you're not on Instagram. Where can everybody else find you?
I'm on Facebook, and I have an Instagram, but I use it on and off, but not really. But Facebook, and also if you follow my mom, you'll make your way to me. So
That is true.
And can I just plug her www.marymcmanus.com for all things inspirational and her running journeys and her comebacks and her setbacks. She's an amazing writer as well. And we love
She
her,
is.
all of us.
She is. Again, I don't read, but I know she is.
I got 2 of her books right behind me.
She's an
Aw.
amazing storyteller.
Oh, yes. I was so embarrassed when she talked about how we went poop in the bathtub when we were infants on your show. I don't know if that
Episode
made the cut.
56. She had a Code Brown to share. It was great. You're a twin, by the way, which is amazing too.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Both of us at the same time. Yeah. And he might be down. I don't know if he's coming for the marathon, but he'll be cheering me on from upstate New York. So that's exciting.
Awesome.
Very nice. Well, this is awesome. It was such a pleasure having you on. I'm so happy that you reached your goal and that you're having fun with the training. Spaulding Rehab seems like they've made a huge impact on not only your
Yes.
life, but the McManus family's life. So
Oh, yes.
that
Huge.
is awesome. Ruth Ann McManus, you're a gem. Thank you so much for
Thank
all your
you.
support. You're the best. Erica, send her off.
We are so happy to have you, Ruth Ann. We are wishing you the best of luck in all of your races coming up, especially that triathlon, and we hope to hear
Thank
about
you.
it soon. So keep saving up those stories for us. But
Okay,
enjoy
will
yourself
do.
at Boston.
Thank you.
Everyone, I
Thank
hope you enjoyed that one. Ruth Ann McManus running for Spaulding Rehab in the Boston Marathon on the On the Runs podcast. Our next guest on the pod is a local who we just met at the Hamster Wheel Ultra Marathon a few months ago, and we're wicked excited to finally have her on the pod. She's running in the Boston Marathon for Special Olympics Massachusetts. Sam Chaney, welcome to the On the Runs podcast.
Yay, Sam. So happy to have you. Your beautiful smiling face. How
Happy
you
to be here.
doing?
So
It's-
good.
It's actually nice to see your face in daylight
I know.
with
I
some
know.
light. We met during Erica's hamster wheel. I think you were running in the hamster wheel too, but
You
you
were with
came
KDP,
by.
right?
Yeah, I was just supporting Katie. I did a few miles with her, a few laps. So yeah, I got to meet you guys there.
And I think I saw you at Jingle Bell Half, right? I was trailing right behind you guys. Were what do you call it? Pacing.
Yeah,
the
we
pace girl.
did a beast pacing for that. Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
so fun.
Well, this is super cool. Yes, so I met you in the dark because you and your friends all introduced yourself to me. It was in the dark, and I was like, "Well, I'll see you maybe in the day." But that's right, you were with KDP, and you were
Yeah.
helping because Tara Pterodactyl was there too. And I think Tara did the 6. Katie was doing the 12.
Yeah, Tara had like just finished, and then we came in to help KDP.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's all I know about you. So why don't you do me a quick favor here? Tell me a little bit about yourself, Sam, and let all the listeners know too. Are you in New Hampshire? Is that where you're from?
Yeah, I live in Derry. So we have some Derry runners, some Hampstead runners around here. And then I work in schools as an occupational therapy assistant in Merrimack.
Very nice. How
Yeah.
did you discover your charity for the Boston Marathon? And tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the Special Olympics Massachusetts. So I'm originally from Massachusetts. And my brother is a few years older than me, and he was an athlete for the Special Olympics. And my dad, while my son was an athlete for them, he was also a volunteer coach. So my family has like pretty close ties to the charity, the foundation in general. So it's funny, I saw an ad on Facebook and I was like, well, they mean a lot to me. And the Boston Marathon's really close. So why don't I just ask them if they would let me run for them? So yeah.
That's awesome how that happened. I feel like Instagram has the perfect way of like sending you messages of like,
Yeah.
you should do
Before
this.
you
Like,
know it.
Good idea, bad idea, not sure yet,
Yeah.
but
Right.
this is going to plant the seed in your head.
Before you know it, Sam, you're going to get the ads to do the 777, the Great World Race, and we're going to be
Yeah,
talking to
absolutely
you about
not.
that.
Unless you have like $60,000 to like give me, I don't think I can do that.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Well, I also said, I like remember this vividly. Going to the Boston Marathon to support our friend for the first time, I was with KDP and I walked past someone with like the 6-star medal. I had no idea what that was. I was like, I'm never going to run a marathon. This is amazing. These people are so cool, but I won't do that. And now Boston will be my 3rd marathon. So like you said, there's a chance for anything.
So what were your other 2 then?
So my first one was Disney because I was like, well, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be fun. And then I just did Chicago.
Amazing. You're well
That's
on your way
awesome.
to the stars. Yep.
Yeah.
And how do you know KDP?
So just the running community. She lives in Derry, like 7 minutes from me. And we actually met at not really met. We like ran past each other at Cheap. And I was like, it's Katie Pizzotti. And so, yeah, that was the first time that we like crossed paths. And then we were like, we live so close to each other, let's run. And the rest is history.
Are you part of that crew in Derry who runs super early in the morning?
Well, there's a few people in Manchester that run at like 4, but I mean,
4:40, they're nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we run at 5 sometimes, but you can't get me to go out before 5. That's too early.
I feel you on that one. Actually, 5 a.m. is way too early for me. So
yeah, I mean, we can avoid it.
Sure.
Yeah. If I didn't have to be at school, 8 would be great.
That's fair.
So you said about that marathon story when we were with KDP, like you'll never do this. Were you not a runner at that point?
I was running and I was on my way to doing a few half marathon. Like we had decided as a group to run a half marathon distance every month for that year. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I can run a half. That's okay. But I'll never do a marathon. Like that's not something that I want to do. And I didn't say I can't, but I was just like not interested. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, if I'm going to do one, I was like, I'll just do one. And so I did Disney. And then I was like, I didn't die. So.
And then when you finish Boston, you don't die. You're 2 down. You're 4 to go.
Well, funny you say that. The New York City lottery just came out.
Whoa. Breaking news.
So
yeah.
You're excited.
Are you coming to New York with me?
I am. I'm running the New York City Marathon.
Yes.
You may be the only person I know who got in through the lottery.
I know. I was like, this doesn't happen ever for me.
You're
so I was
one of the 2%.
That happens to nobody.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. So, hey, now I got a training buddy local.
Yes.
I'm just up the street.
Let's do it.
So what's your plan for Boston then? Is Boston, you've been training all winter, you're putting in the work, you're doing the fundraising. What is your Boston plan for running? Is this like you're going for a time or is this a victory lap?
I just want to have fun. Like I want to go in shape. I have a coach. I'm doing like quality training. My fitness is continuing to get better. But I want to have fun. I don't want to get too caught up on a time.
Good for you. That's the great attitude to have because Boston is just in a league of its own. There's so many people and so many things to see, and you got to soak in every moment of it. So
absolutely. I'm like this will be one of the only marathons where so much of my family is going to be able to be there. Right. So I want to be as present as possible. My kids are going to be able to be there. It'll be great.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy for you.
What are some of the fundraising things you're doing then? You're fundraising for Special Olympics Massachusetts. Yeah. Sounds like you have a little inside story to Special Olympics from your past living in Mass. What are you doing to fundraise and what's the story you're telling everybody?
So I did like the Super Bowl squares because why not football? But in 2 days, I'm going to be hosting a brewery bingo night in Amesbury where I grew up. And so my brother's going to come and hopefully like people in the local community will come. So that's what I'm doing for fundraising.
Anybody who wants to help, like if they can't make it to Amesbury or if they're just like, oh, this Sam girl sounds amazing. Like where can they find her stuff besides the show notes that I'm going to share it all? Yeah. Where can they find everything?
So I have the Instagram, my Instagram, it has my, my charitable link in it. And Facebook, I post things occasionally on there. And so the next couple of days I'm posting a little bit about like a 50-50 raffle. And then I have a couple other surprises leading up to the race day that I'm going to showcase later.
So surprises. So like coming in April, they're going to have to be paying attention to see what you got here. And you got some big surprise gifts and stuff, I'm guessing.
Yeah, let's get excited. Go out with a bang at the end.
I'm excited for that. I'll be paying attention, actually. They can all find that Instagram in the show notes. It will be right there for everyone to find and follow. Give Sam a follow. She's super cool. Like she'll come and introduce herself to you in the middle of the night in the pitch black.
Yeah, totally normal.
Best people do. Come on.
Yeah, why not?
So, Sam, we're going to be at the Boston Marathon at mile 19. And what I want to know is when you come running by mile 19, what are some of your things you like to have during a long run? Your snacky snacks or drinks?
Something
do you like
we can give you for a pick-me-up before you tackle those hills?
I mean, Swedish fish are great. Twizzlers are great.
Erica, we're just going to buy like the gigantic XXXL pack of Twizzlers.
Yeah, those are easy to grab. You know what I mean? You just stick them out and they're easy to grab.
Yeah. Oh, that's so true.
Yeah. So those are great.
We're going to be there. And we really hope, like, if you treat Boston the way you said, like your family's going to be there, your kids, you're not worried about time, it's a victory lap. We're right after the mile 19 aid station on your left, Johnny Kelly statue. We have a good time. Erica has the megaphone going. We have like
Eric has one too.
A slap for power sign and everything. It's going to be a blast. I hope you take a moment and say hi to us there.
Absolutely.
In the daylight.
Yeah, I will be so excited, and I would love to say hi to you guys at 19.
It would be our pleasure to cheer for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll have just a couple little tiny baby hills.
Little things.
Are you race day? Are you running with anyone? Like, will Katie be there, or is there anyone from your running group that you're going to get to run with, or that you know is already running?
So I have a friend, Ashley Hazeltine. She's running for Mass Ioneer. And then Tracy Schuler is running for Poland Spring.
How exciting. That's
amazing. She won that, like the Poland Spring was doing that thing.
Yeah,
Very
Poland
cool.
Spring is awesome. They've picked a lot of awesome people we've known in the past, and this year they didn't pick Erica, but not everybody can win.
But they picked some really awesome people.
Yeah,
instead,
but Tracy is
how
great.
Can you be mad? How can you be mad?
Yeah.
And this is your first Boston. You're on your way. You got New York coming up. Like you're gonna have to go for it now, right?
Yeah, it'll be great.
See, the marathons though, you get sucked into them. So now you're gonna keep doing them. You're gonna just keep running.
Yeah, I don't think I've given myself a choice at this point. So
What about ultra marathons? Do you think one of those, like you supported the hamster wheel?
Oh, I mean, so you guys made it seem super fun. Like I would truly consider it because I mean, you don't have to run everything and you just keep going and there's good food and you guys are good
That's what
vibes.
I like to say. That's what I used to sell it.
I'm not going to lie. You guys made it look really fun. I was like, this is like camping, but we're just moving the whole time.
Well, it would have been really like camping if someone used the camper.
Yeah.
He's never going to let me live that down. But I'm glad you saw me when you did, because after that, it wasn't so pretty. But if you do the lower hours, you're going to be
You were like hypothermic by the end. Oh my God.
And what did she say at the very end? What did you say, Eric, as you walked by?
Wasn't it something like, I got to go take a shit?
Yeah, you're like, I'll be back, but I need to go straight to the porta potty.
Well, that tracks with your podcast, so it's fine.
Of course.
Well, Sam, thank you so much. I know you've been a fan. I know this was super quick, but I know you've been watching it or listening for a while, and thank you for saying hi when you did and being part of this. Listen, I really hope, since we're not far down the road, after Boston Marathon, when you get into New York training, that we go on some training runs together.
Let's do it. I think that'd be awesome.
Awesome. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that one. Sam is running for the Special Olympics of Massachusetts, close and near dear to her heart from the time she lived back down in Amesbury, Mass. But now she's a New Hampshireite like the rest of us. We love her for that. Sam, you're doing awesome. Can't wait to see you at mile 19. Good luck the rest of the way. Hit your fundraising goals and have fun on Marathon Monday.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
Don't hang up. I need you. Our next guest on the pod is coming to us from the car, who just got some wicked exciting news. She's going to share with us all in a moment. We're wicked excited. She is running for MGH in the 2025 Boston Marathon. And we have Meg Downey running or on the podcast right now. Meg, what's up?
Hey, I'm so excited to be here. If you hear my son laughing maniacally behind me, it's because he's overtired. we are leaving Boston, celebrating my sister-in-law, Liz. She just rang the bell. She completed her chemo at MD. We're so excited, and it's been a long road for her, and we're just so excited that we got to share that with her. And some of us are very excited and laughing our heads off right now.
That's so amazing. And I'm connecting the dots here. You were coming back from MGH, so that's who you're running for.
That's who I'm running for, yeah.
Yes. How did that all happen? How did you piece that together?
An interesting story. I think it is. I applied to run for Teddy's team and for MGH. And my mother-in-law passed away in 2023 from a stroke. And so Teddy's team meant a lot to me. So I applied to run for that. And then after I applied for that, my sister-in-law got diagnosed with cancer. And she started receiving treatment at MGH. So I was like, oh my God, like now I felt pulled to raise money for them. And I ended up getting accepted to both charities. I feel like that's like a not humble brag because I know how competitive it is to get into a charity. And I didn't know which one to choose because they both like meant a lot to me. And then the day that I got accepted to MGH, my dad called me and he shared with me that he got diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Oh my gosh.
And he was going to be receiving treatment at MGH. So that was kind of like the tiebreaker for me, where I felt really pulled to raise money because it was just like all sides of my family were going to be impacted by MGH. So I'm super excited to be raising money for them. And they've just been absolutely amazing to both my sister-in-law and my dad. Just the best care on the planet. Like I feel so grateful that we live so close to them so that they can get that state-of-the-art treatment.
I'm very sorry to hear that those diagnoses impacted your decision.
Way down.
But I'm very excited for you that you get the opportunity to give back to the hospital that's helping your family members. So that's an incredible reason to raise money for them.
So
it's nice to have such a personal tie to it for sure. It makes it easy to raise money.
Absolutely.
So were you a runner before, or were you like, I'm going to take on this crazy task of running a marathon?
I've been a runner like on and off since high school. So I ran Boston in 2022. And that was such an amazing experience. That's the best marathon I've ever run. Like I got a good weather year, so I feel like, that I have that to hang my hat on. So we'll see what it brings this year. But yeah, so I've been running. I started doing marathons in 2016, and I've done a few. It's a humbling distance, but I do enjoy running, and I'm a pretty regular runner.
So, Meg, question for you real quick. Are you part of She Runs This Town in New Hampshire? Because I feel like I see your name. I see your name everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I'm famous on that.
It's great to officially meet you.
Nice to meet you, Erica. Yes.
Well, I'm glad the two of you had that connection. I'm not welcome into that club, but that's fine.
She Runs This Town has brought so many wonderful ladies into my life. So.
Yeah.
So wait, are you from New Hampshire?
Yeah, so we're entering Dover now. We're fine. I'm almost to my house. But yeah, so I live in Dover, New Hampshire.
All right, cool. We're in New Hampshire too. I don't know if you know that. So that's awesome.
Yes,
I'm in Nashua.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Trashua, as I like to call it.
Trashua. Yeah.
I'm bringing it up there. I'm on the good side.
So how has training been going then? Because we all know what kind of winter we've been having here in New Hampshire. It's been very cold, lots of snow. How's training going?
Again, to compare it to 2022, like 2022 was like the most mild winter of my life. And then this has been the marathon training block where I'm like, I will never, ever run a spring marathon again. This is just absolutely miserable.
I feel it so hard. I feel it in my bones. I'm the same way, but I know I'll be like, fine, I'll do it.
I know. My husband's like, oh, yeah, sure. But yeah, it's just been like all of my long runs have coincided. I feel like I had an 18-miler on Saturday when it was like wicked windy, and it was just like I counted it as my strength training for the week too, because it was just like
honestly,
because I don't actually do strength training, but it was just wildly windy, and then I fell on the ice in my last 18-miler because it's just been a beautiful training block.
Ready
yeah,
for it to be over and just run the race again.
Yes, the runs themselves have actually been fine. It's just the weather that has not.
So we're saying you're running for MGH, and you gave us the connection with your sister-in-law and your dad now. What are some of the fundraising things you're doing? Are you doing some fun fundraising events coming up? What are some of the ones in the past you've done? Or what are some tips and tricks you've used before in the past for fundraising?
So we did football squares, which was really fun. And that's super easy to do for somebody that's like looking to do fundraising, where it's like $20 for the Super Bowl. The biggest fundraiser that I'm doing is we're doing a speakeasy at Three Chimneys Inn in Durham, New
Cool.
Hampshire. And that's coming up. That's going to be on Saturday, the 21st. I should know that date. And tickets are on sale. And you can wear like, Gatsby like attire, or, if that's not your vibe, you can just wear like, what you would wear to a wedding.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, so there's going to be a bunch of like silent auction items, some raffles, some games and stuff. So I used to work at Three Chimneys Inn, years ago, and they're very generously donating the space, and lots of local businesses have donated items. So there's like Red Sox tickets and lots of like massages, Botox, anything and everything you could ever dream of wanting will be up for bid. So it should be a fun time.
Excellent. Oh, that is going to be a blast. I have a flapper dress. Maybe I can make it over.
Please come.
Dress
It's
in
going to be
the
great.
speakeasy Gatsby theme.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, flappers and all that, like mob boss, whatever you want to do. Like,
love it.
That does sound fun. I don't have any attire for that, but maybe
That's
I could
okay.
figure something out.
You could still come.
Yeah.
We'll
I'll
have
figure
a
something
photo
out.
booth.
I'll just be in a
There.
t-shirt
Yes.
probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Boring.
Boring. Hey, so Meg, tell me the other thing I want to ask you now is running a marathon, you need a lot of fuel. You need,
Yes.
some snacky snacks. Maybe sometimes you even like to break open a nice Coca-Cola. What are some of the things your go-tos when you're running in a race that
Okay.
you would maybe need, say, around mile 19?
Okay. 19. That's usually when I don't want food anymore, and it's like that's like a mental game of trying to get stuff in. I've been eating a lot of my kids' snacks this training block, so like I'll have like
I do the
a
same
gel.
thing.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do a fruit roll up. Oh, maybe I'll do these gummy bears. And I have really enjoyed like the fruit leathers, like those have been really good. And the carb ratio isn't as good as, a Martin gel or anything, but they're way cheaper. And they settle in the belly right. Fruit roll-ups freeze in the winter time is what I've learned. Like you take a bite out of it and your like saliva gets on it, and then it crystallizes. So that next bite is kind of crunchy, which isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it does give it a different texture and kind of makes the run go a little bit better. To be like a tortilla chip almost. But mile 19 is rough because that's usually where I'm like, I'm never eating anything ever again. Like, don't look at me. And
I feel like that's when you might need a swig of soda or something sugary to get you up the hill.
Exactly. Yeah. Like maybe a Bud Light, I don't know.
We can do that. Can we do that technically? Can we serve alcohol, Erica?
I drank one on the course once. Like, who's going to stop you?
Well, I say this, Meg, because we're going to be at mile 19, just about, call it 19.2 on your left. So keep an eye out right before the hills, and we can bring you something if you want. You just
I'll have a beer for you if you want.
Yeah.
I'll give you a solo cup to chew on.
A Bud Light would be like lovely, like not too heavy, but like the carbonation, I feel like get the.
I love this.
I'll hook you up. Yep.
Yeah, we'll have a cool. Do you want it cold or do you want it
hell yeah. So
you can't drink a warm Bud Light.
I know, but I want to
would
make
not do
sure.
that to
Like
her.
some
That would tank
people
the
like
race.
Coca-Cola, but they like it to be room temperature and just a couple
That's
swigs.
different.
I know.
I don't get that, and they like it flat. Like the Ultra Run is like a flat soda, and like that. I can't do that. I want the bubbles. Like
right.
I get like a sparkling water at the end of a marathon, like
right.
a nice, cold, refreshing, something that's going to make me burp and make me have the will to live again.
Well, what's exciting is that you want a Bud Light, and I think this is the first time we'll actually be handing someone. Well, we've handed people shots of like Fireball.
I've
before.
had Fireball, but nobody actually drank it right there. So.
And nobody's asked for a beer, so we'll be there if you want.
Okay.
If you want, because my next question is this: what's your goal for Boston? Is this a victory lap, like a fun time, or are you going for a PR?
I'm going for a PR. I'm not training for the Olympics or anything. I'm hoping to break 4:30. I've had a lot of really good training cycles and then a lot of terrible race days. I did Chicago in 2023, and like again, the weather was absolutely perfect. But I was like, I had like a chest infection, and it was just like a rough race. And I was so close, even like with that, to like almost like, and so I would really like to stay healthy, and my kids make that impossible. So hopefully I won't get too sick. But yeah, so I'm hoping to break 4:30.
Well, that's awesome.
I think
So
that's
we
totally
won't,
attainable. Yeah.
yeah, and we won't hold you up for long, but we'll have that beer. If you want to shotgun it, you can shotgun it. If you want to enjoy every sip of it, or if you just want to take a couple, and then Erica will,
You can take it on the road with her. Like, I don't care.
Could.
Yeah, little to-go cup.
Yeah. Oh, we could hook you up. We could get you a cup with like the cover so it doesn't spill.
Perfect. Yeah. Like,
I have those.
Sippy cup full of beer.
Yeah.
How funny would that be?
Well, I have them from the Palace Theater because the Palace Theater won't give you a drink without a top on it.
Can't be trusted.
Right.
You look at someone that might spill.
Yeah, it's definitely me. It's definitely me.
Love it.
I can't do a lot of things. I can't talk. I can't pronounce words. I can't eat without getting food all over me. Yep. You're right. Yep.
They're like, you're someone that needs a cover. We're gonna.
I don't trust this guy.
So real quick, we usually don't go in this direction, but tell us a little bit about your sister-in-law and your dad.
Yeah. So my sister-in-law, we've been like really, she's been like a sister to me since my husband and I got together in 2012. We're really close in age. So she's a couple years younger than me. So her getting cancer at 35 was really shocking because it's just, she's super healthy, no history of smoking. So she's a mom, she's a business owner, just loves life. She's one of the funniest people you've ever met, which is hard for me to say because like being funny is kind of my thing, but she's actually really funny too. And she was sick like from January of 2024 to like June of 2024. And just not getting better. And like, luckily she is who she is. And she just kept advocating for herself. And we were actually at Great Wolf Lodge having a lovely family vacation, all of us together. Her son is, my son's age, and our kids get along so lovely. And then she got the news that she had multiple tumors growing.
No.
Like I was just in denial about it. I'm like, I'm sure it's fine, which is like now looking back on that, like that's so crazy. Like to like hear like somebody has multiple growths and you're on their lymph nodes and you're like, I'm sure it's fine. It's just like it just didn't make sense. It didn't jive with her. So then, she got them biopsied and then she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is super rare. It's like 3 in 100,000 people in America get that each year.
Oh,
so it's
wow.
But she's hilarious. So she says that it's Christmas cancer because it's the kind of cancer you'd want for Christmas because it's super treatable. So she's doing well. And like I said, she's done with chemo today and she's taken to chemo really well. Like everything looks great. Like all of her scans look clean. So we're so happy to hear that. And then my dad, my family, we're like Irish Catholic. So like we don't like talk about things, and so my parents called me one night and I thought my uncle had died because I'm like, why are they calling me at 7:00 at night?
No.
It must be something like serious. And they were like, my dad was like, I have prostate cancer. And in my brain, I was thinking it was like pancreatic cancer. And I like lost my mind and like just had a really big emotional reaction, which made my parents very uncomfortable, I think, because again, we're Irish Catholic, so we don't do that. But he's just been a champ, like going to all the treatment. He had 6 weeks of radiation that he had to go to daily. And my mom took him, like they own a business together in Salem, Massachusetts, and he didn't miss a day of work. He would work all day. And then he would I got him joggers for Christmas and he would get suited up into his joggers to go to radiation and just did that. And he just acted like nothing was going on.
What a champ. Oh my God.
The man is 75 years old and you would never know he had cancer and just went along with life. And it's, when I think about that, like on those hard days of marathon training, I'm like, I need to not feel so sorry for myself as do I have enough layers on? Am I going to be hot? Am I going to be cold? And I'm like, just get out the door, like it's not so bad.
You have some pretty good reasons to get out the door. That's for sure.
You're crushing it. You are.
Yeah,
You're crushing
amazing.
it. You're gonna have a great. You're gonna do great in Boston. You're running for such a cool cause. I always say like fundraising is, to me, it's kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to fundraise, and it's hard to fundraise for like a lot of people. Some people might just sign up and fundraise for whoever accepts them, and that's hard to raise money to me for a charity like that. But when you have a charity like MGH, who's trading your sister-in-law and your dad, and you got this story, it's so much easier, I feel like, and everyone loves to support you, and it seems like you're doing great. How close are you to your goal right now?
I'm about halfway there. I'm like just under $5,000. My goal is $10,000. I'm hoping at the fundraiser that we're going to raise like probably about $6,000 ish.
Boom. Nice.
So like where ticket sales are and stuff, like that's kind of our estimate. So I'm hoping after the fundraiser, I'll be at my goal, but I would love to go over my goal, like just as much as I can give to MGH. I would love to be able to.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You're going to have a fun fundraiser. That event sounds fun.
Thank you. I'm really excited about it. It should be a good time.
Yeah. And I'm super excited. Like what a cool past 20 minutes we just had, Erica. She's in the car. They just rang the bell.
It was a ride for everyone.
The whole connection issue in the driveway, getting in the house. Like that was fun. That was legit. That was literally a ride. That was fun.
Yeah. You guys got to come home with me. It was nice.
Yeah, that was cool. And the kids in the background, we got to meet your husband's face, and you're all looking at the phone, and we're like, we can hear you. Meg, that was cool. Listen, I can't wait for people to cheer you on and call you Meg, not Margaret or anything else, and have a good time. Say hi to us at mile 19 while you go get that 4 hour.
You won't be able to miss
PR.
us. We're gonna be tracking you, and we'll be yelling your name through the megaphones.
Yeah, we'll be on your left. So left at
with
mile
a Bud
19.
Light.
Yeah, jump in Erica's DMs there and just tell her. Yeah,
We
let
got
her
you
know.
covered.
But Meg, that was awesome, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that. Meg is super cool. What a story. I love meeting all these awesome people. She's running for MGH. Find everything in the show notes. Help her succeed on that fundraising goal, guys. Meg, good luck. Have a lot of fun in the Boston Marathon.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. This was great.
Thank you. We have to thank everybody who joined us on the podcast to talk about their fundraising. You guys did amazing. We're so proud of you for all the work that you're putting in to raise money for these great causes. So just keep it up. The training is almost done. You guys are in the home stretch. We're going to be so excited to cheer for you on the big day.
Yeah.
So enjoy the rest of the ride.
So many of them are going to stop at mile 19 to say hi.
So.
I need, you know what? Like, it's crazy. I need pictures with names to study. I need study cards. I really do. Because there's so many. And
we'll just watch the YouTubes. We'll watch the YouTube videos.
That is it. That is it.
There we
go
go.
watch the YouTubes. I'm going to watch them again. They're already out there on YouTube. Well, we know that. So if you want to go see it, go check it out on YouTube, guys. All the links. Actually, quick update. I said last week I was going to put everybody's link from everyone we talked to in the show notes. That's over 20 runners. I can't do that, actually. That's too many links. It's not that it's links. You only allowed like X amount of letters in the show notes.
Oh.
So even if I type in Erica's fundraising and hyperlink it, you know how the links on your taskbar are like 1,000 letters, a couple hundred, maybe even 1,000 letters, right? It counts all those letters that are hidden in the link.
Oh no.
So no, go watch the YouTube videos, and inside everyone's individual YouTube videos are the links.
Great idea.
Yeah. So that's it for this episode, guys. It's Thursday, as I like to call it, Friday Eve. Enjoy the weekend. Many of you are in taper mode for the Boston Marathon. We got a little over a week to go, guys. So we're going to have a ton of fun. Expo Day, we're going to be there. We hope to meet a lot of you. Maybe like all meet at a Buffalo Wild Wings or some bar and have some drinks and stuff. And
we'll
some
figure it
hot
out.
wings. If you're running the Boston Marathon, we'll buy you the hottest wings so we can have the best stories at the end. We're going to hopefully, weather permitting, do some live podcasting from mile 19, maybe even do some Instagram lives. That would be really live. And we're just going to have a blast. We'll have some good recap episodes. The recap's going to have someone that they stole from us. Did you hear all the bullshit they talked about me last week, by the way?
Oh, they had me rolling. But hey, I also got it because they're like, how the hell did Erica not take a shit before like the steam train race? I'm like, I don't know.
That's right.
I do what I want.
Do what
Luckily
you want.
it went well. But yeah, they kind of dished it out to you, man. But luckily you can handle it. You can handle it.
Well, I didn't edit it. Someone else must have edited it because I would have cut that out. I like to be liked. I don't need to be liked, but I like to be liked. It's not like a compulsive thing where I have to be praised all the time. I don't know. I don't know.
Still haven't at that.
I don't know. I think I can handle it, just like Maverick. I can handle it.
There you go.
All right. Well, hey, I got the need for speed. And I think you got to take us home and save this podcast, Erica. Guys, next week, we have a legend in the Boston area. An absolute Boston legend.
We are really looking forward to that. But thank you guys for sticking around and listening to this episode. You know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
And don't forget to stretch.